each time I deal, I pay my dues. Affiliated to this paper, I need freedom for my family line. Draw my life design up like fine art. I'm jumping out just an unfamiliar coordinate. Topped off the porch like I could touch the sky. Red is not one trillip. The ism talk the water out your faucet. Look at me flossing, I'm so wavy, I could change the tide. My intuition sense the hatred in your ways. You imitated, forging lines, claim meaning means that's just to justify. Yeah, right. West side boy, man. Time. Creole baby, my bloodline. My lungs clouded, my thoughts crowded. Say all I see is these dollar signs. Finna make a play and that sound delay. On mamas, I testify. Run for it, run for it, run. I might take paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I might take paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I might take paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I might take paper chasing, looking for the funds. Game recognized game. I'm from the Bay, okay, I'm versatile and my slang is different. I'm lane switching with the same people that I came up in this thing with. My head swivel, I'm homebound. Got a target back on my backside. The cat peeling with the cast iron. Better run for it, run before I catch you. Niggas out ball it, block it. Trying to stop my blessing. Gamble with your life. Don't bet it, don't bet it. They can't stop my blessing. You do best not to test it. Yeah, you right. Real all in my blood supply. Take it ball up top, finna make a play. I cast a lob like I'm Jalen, baby. No co-signer, no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission, it's a dollar sign. I said it twice and I meant it right.
My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission, it's a dollar sign. You know, co-signer, no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission, it's a dollar sign.
Run for it, run for it, run. I might take paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I might take paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I might take paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I might take paper chasing, looking for the funds.
Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another live stream. So before we get started, you already know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash the like button, share this video out to all of your followers, and let's get it cracking. All right, so shout out to everybody who is in the building early. It is good to see each and every one of you. If you can hear me okay and things look and sound good, please give me a thumbs up or a radiation emoji in the chat. If you cannot hear me or things are looking and sounding bad, please give me a thumbs down or an angry face. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to shout out everybody in the building. All right, shout out to Brooklyn Queen, who is everybody in the building. It is good to see you. All right. So, yeah, we're going to talk about some things. We're going to go through some articles. You know what I'm saying? This might be a long one because there's a lot of stuff going on. All right. One of the first things that I got to talk about, that I thought was hilarious. This was funny as hell. I didn't put it in the Discord because at the time I didn't have, I wasn't on the computer. So I wasn't able to put it in the Discord because I don't have Discord on my mobile devices. You know what I'm saying? I saw Boyce Watkins made a couple videos about Bitcoin. Now, you guys all know, especially to that audience over there, if it's one way to get your audience even lower, right? If it's one way to decrease the amount of people that listen to you, the best way to do it is to show people how to become, independently, financially affluent. That's the best way. That is the best way. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. Now, also, You know what I'm saying? Boyce Watkins also, you know what I'm saying? We know that he had some XRP back in the day. All the stuff going on with XRP, I think is, interesting. We're not hearing too much of that from over there. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I'm just curious where all the XRP go. You know what I'm saying? And that, like I said, man, that audience over there, that's the anti-Bitcoin audience. That's the anti-crypto audience. You know what I'm saying? Those are the people that have politicized cryptocurrency. You know what I'm saying? They've been saying that it's a scam ever since it first came out. You know what I'm saying? They also have, politicized it since Trump also said it was a scam, and then he flip-flopped on it and used it to get a bunch of votes. Now because it's associated with Trump, and after these people, did a proxy Trump promotion during the election, now that Trump is in office, we got to flip, you know what I'm saying, and go in on Trump. So, that's what's going on there. I find that interesting. You know what I'm saying? It's the same way that I feel about young people listening to old music. Man, just leave our stuff alone. Leave our stuff alone, man. Just do what you do over there. You know what I'm saying? Just do what you do over there. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, man. People be doing the Diddy videos and all that. Do the Diddy videos. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, how is everybody doing? I hope you guys are doing good. It is good to see each and every one of you. We're going to talk about these Bitcoin and Solana treasuries. All right. We also going to talk about institutional and government FOMO, right? Will that bring Bitcoin to $1 million? Now, we got to do the logic survey, right? We got to do the logic survey. Out of all the YouTube content that you consume, out of all the people that you just can't get enough of watching, you know what I'm saying? How much money have those people made you this week? How much money have those people made this week? They make you any money? Make a lot of money? Money. Did you make any money? It's a lot of cornballs on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of inauthentic people. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that see somebody doing something and they think they can do it like they created it. You know what I'm saying? And the people that sit there and watch this nonsense, then they turn around and get upset when they get snaked. Just remember, you was the ones feeding the snake. You was the ones feeding the snake. So when you get the venom, don't get upset. You know what I'm saying? So let's take a look at this real quick. Let's take a look at what we got here real quick. We got an article. Let me see. Hold on real quick. There we go. We got an article from Crypto Slate. All right. We got an article from Crypto Slate, and this goes into what we was talking about the last stream. Bitcoin supply near total profitability. Have you ever heard of a scam that's near total profitability? If there's anyone that can name any scam that has occurred that's near total profitability, please place it into the chat. Please place it into the chat. As institutional demand drives, value flows. All right. So now we talked about institutional FOMO. We've been talking about institutional FOMO for a while. Doesn't matter when your people won't make you great, but thousands of people read Crypto Slate. So now the topic is out there. Short-term holder profitability near 100%. So that means that even these retail investors who are just in it for the quick buck, they're all profitable. It now reflects professional desks more than retail wallets. So I don't know if people have been watching other content. I'm sure they have been because, they don't be around here anymore. Right. And I'm also certain that the other content that they're watching is not other cryptocurrency content. It's not other content to help them get rich or to help them deal with the financial situations that they've whined the entire time the internet has been around about, right? But if you watch other channels that talk about the economy, other channels that talk about finance, other channels that talk about cryptocurrency, they will tell you that large institutions are now buying up all of the Bitcoin. They're buying it all up. The levels of Bitcoin on exchanges are lower than they were in 2016. Same with Ethereum. For the most part, I want to say it might be maybe like about 1.5 million Bitcoin left. Not a lot of Bitcoin left. For the most part, the remaining Bitcoin probably is going to get scooped up by a lot of these large companies. Now, I want to ask you guys this question. When these large companies scoop up all the Bitcoin, what are people going to say? What are they going to say? Let me know what they say. Let me know what their excuses are going to be. As Bitcoin reaches a new all-time high, nearly every coin is turning a profit. But the dynamics behind this surge hold a surprising twist. This time, institutional funds and spot Bitcoin ETFs are playing a bigger role than the usual retail frenzy, with 8.4 billion absorbed into ETFs alone. 8.4 billion absorbed into ETFs alone. Let me ask you guys this question. Why are people asking for money when they sat around and gave away all this money? Nobody told us about Bitcoin. Yeah, facts. That's what they're going to say. Nobody told us about Bitcoin. Shout out to my man Alonzo. What's good with it, bro? Now, nobody told us about Bitcoin, right? But that's not true because my channel has what? 5,000 subs? You know what I'm saying? We running the numbers. We running it down. You know what I'm saying? This institutional shift suggests a stability we've not seen in previous spikes. But could this be a new normal, or are there underlying risks that could unravel these carefully built foundations? All right. So yeah, this is interesting. This is an article, for the most part, that's pulling together all of the things that we've been saying. Now, do you guys, shout out to my man Detroit 313. What's good with you, bro? How many people remember we talked about this yesterday? Nowadays, a lot of companies, all they're doing is they'll just announce that they started buying Bitcoin, right? They just announced that they started buying Bitcoin and their price jumps up. Yeah, here goes another one. How many people heard about this? Swedish health firm jumps 37% on first Bitcoin buy. China EV seller to buy 1,000 Bitcoin. Now, I want to ask you guys this question, right? How many people remember when Michael Saylor said, in order for companies to remain financially relevant, they're going to have to add Bitcoin to their balance sheets? Shout out to Detroit 313. Detroit 313 said he couldn't find the Discord. Hold on, I'm about to put the link into the chat real quick right now. And shout out to everybody watching. If you guys haven't smashed that like button yet, do me a favor, take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit the bell, and also please share the stream to your social media. All right. Yo, I saw a live stream, or actually a video from a YouTuber that had like 300-some thousand subs. And this dude called Bitcoin the financial black hole. He's got 300,000 subs, man. His people made him great. You know what I'm saying? I got the subs that I deserve, right? Now, we talked about the Bitcoin black hole months ago, right? But that's the difference when your people make you great. When your people make you great, you will have 300,000 subs, and you'll be able to make money talking about things that will help people improve the situations that they claim that they want to make. When your people won't make you great, they'll call you Blacklight Revelations. You know what I'm saying? Here go the link right here. Shout out to Detroit 313. And this is something that has to be emphasized. This has to be emphasized. People should not be allowed to snowball mediocrity and then act like they don't see it any longer. We pulling people's cards. We pulling people's cards. You know what I'm saying? So this Swedish health firm jumped 37% on the first Bitcoin buy. China EV seller to buy 1,000 Bitcoin. Now, I want to ask you guys this question. If companies must place Bitcoin on their balance sheet to remain financially competitive, what do you all think that people should be doing as far as their savings and savings accounts go? And here's my question. Are people making massive amounts of changes? Are there mass exodus out of the banking system? Are people attempting to, place Bitcoin onto their 401ks? What's going on? Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen said, we've watched several black hole videos and made that connection a while ago. They are clearly shadow watching and need to be put on blast. Nah, they don't need to be put on blast. They can shadow watch, right? They can definitely shadow watch. I want to know why my people haven't given me 300,000 subs. You know what I'm saying? I want to know why my people haven't given me 300,000 subs so that it can be well known that I was one of the first people to make that connection. You know what I'm saying? That whole thing that Jay-Z said to Nas, you made it a hot line. I made it a hot song. Jay-Z ain't the only one taking hot lines and making hot songs. This has been going on since the beginning of time. And to not make any change in behavior since the beginning of time, it draws a very concerning learning curve. One that's like 180 degrees. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like if they shadow watched, you know what I'm saying? Congratulations to them, right? It's like the same as like the people that first had Bitcoin, right? The first people that had Bitcoin was using it to buy meth. The first people that had the first Bitcoin was using it to buy drugs. They're using it on the dark web and all that. Now you got BlackRock and Grayscale and Fidelity using it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Detroit 313. Detroit 313 said, reason why Yor don't do crypto. They too busy listening to pro farts tell them not to get into crypto. Facts. While all these other people are getting into crypto, making massive amounts of money. It's bizarre. And it has to be put on blast because when the generations shift and we become the old ninjas, everyone who told people to stay away from Bitcoin, they do not get to have the privilege of sweeping it under the rug saying we were kept out. They don't get that privilege, man. Swedish health tech firm H100 rallied 37% on news of its Bitcoin treasury plans as a Chinese EV retailer announced plans to buy 1,000 Bitcoin. All right, so you got this healthcare company that's going to start financially engineering with Bitcoin, and you got this Chinese EV company that's going to start financially engineering with Bitcoin. Okay. Shares in Swedish health tech company H100 Group AB rose 37% after it said it purchased Bitcoin for the first time as part of a quote-unquote new strategy, while China's Juicy Holdings revealed its plan to stack 1,000 Bitcoin over the next year. All right. So let me ask you guys this question. Why do you all think that companies are taking this strategy? Now, and another thing that I want to ask is, why are people not? I want to first ask you guys this question. The message that was put out by BlackRock and Grayscale about the weakening US dollar and the rising adoption of Bitcoin, was that private information? Was that information that no one had access to, or could literally anybody who is able to have an internet connection and the ability to read that? So now here's my question. What is people's alternative to the degrading financial system? Okay. Bitcoin's a scam. Heard it enough. Got it. Right? Okay, what's the alternative? What's the alternative? Any stock recommendations? Any commodities recommendations? What's the alternative? Why don't these people ever have alternatives? Why doesn't the comment section demand an intelligent alternative? Is my question. The brave people, the alleged brave people. Why? You know what I'm saying? H100 said on May 22nd that it spent 5 million Norwegian krone, which is $490,830, buying 4.39 Bitcoin at an average purchasing price of around $111,785. The company's shares closed May 22nd, trading up 37% to 1.22 Swedish krona, which is 13 cents, on the Nordic growth market following its disclosure of Bitcoin purchases, a Bloomberg data shows. So again, I want you guys to see, it's not, people aren't just making this up. People aren't just making this up. You don't get to pound your microphone and say that people are just making this up. Here's the evidence that people are doing this. This is spreading. This is becoming a widely adopted part of business. And people are still, like I said, living in 1960, holding hands, saying we shall overcome. Shout out to Detroit 313. Detroit 313 says alternative, invest in Forex trading BS. Hey, yeah, that's an alternative, right? Now, let me ask you this question. How many of those people that say Bitcoin is a scam are offering Forex trading lessons? How many of those people are offering the Forex trading lessons? Now, if Bitcoin is a scam, right? What are you supposed to do to save your money to get into a better situation? I want you to understand, like, the very same people that say certain people spend a lot of money on Gucci and Fendi and all this stuff are the same people that's telling you not to get Bitcoin. It doesn't make any sense to me. What's the alternative? Here's my question. Why doesn't the audience have enough common sense to ask, well, what should we do then? Because there's no common sense. And the people that a lot of us deal with, a lot of the people that we're surrounded by, these people literally have no clue where to go. They couldn't fight their way out of a wet paper bag. The reason why they go to these people is because they actually have no thoughts of their own and they have to be told what to do. They have to be told what to do. It's ridiculous. You see all these corporations doing this particular thing. Again, my question is, how should you restructure your bank account? Should you use a 401k? Should you buy physical gold? Should you invest in real estate? How do you plan on paying for your kids' college fund if they plan on going to college? What kind of career or what kind of business do you plan on steering your kids into? there's not any answers provided for any of that. Just stand somewhere with a picket sign and something to fall out of the sky. It's ridiculous. I mean, let me again. I want to ask people: all this nonsense, all this hollering, all these wolf tickets, man. What has anybody gotten out of it? There's not even a standard of expectations. This is what I expect to accomplish this year. This is what I expect to accomplish next year. This is what I expect to accomplish within a 5-year period. There's not even a plan. Now, people will sit there and say that there is a plan, but there's not a plan. There becomes a plan when somebody else brings a plan, and then everybody attaches themselves to the plan. Shout out to Detroit 313. Detroit 313 says, or they'll tell you to stick to the stock market and sell like dumb money, coming after stockholders that sell got them completely taxed by the IRS. Right. And then when you look at the stock market, you ask the question, well, why is the NASDAQ 100 and why is the S&P 500 adding companies that involve cryptocurrency to their ranks? Why did Coinbase just get listed on the S&P 500s? You know what I'm saying? Why did MicroStrategies just make the NASDAQ 100? Is it because Bitcoin is a scam, or is it because Bitcoin is moving corporations up the ladder? Which one is it? Which one is it, ladies and gentlemen? So this Swedish healthcare company, they've acquired Swedish healthcare company. They've acquired 4.39 Bitcoin, officially becoming Sweden's first publicly listed Bitcoin treasury company. There's a whole new genre of companies. Like there's a whole new business of companies. There's a whole new business of companies called Bitcoin treasury companies. And people are still denying a reality. Go put your money in a CD. You know what I'm saying? Go put your money in this quote unquote high yield bank account that offers you 5% on US dollars. Are you serious? You trying to work until you 115. Trying to work until you're 115. This marks the beginning of a long-term strategy to align our balance sheet with the values of sovereignty, resilience, and digital-first innovation. So I find this fascinating. The value of sovereignty. I think Bitcoin is pretty sovereign. But the people that are against Bitcoin, it shows that they're actually not for sovereignty. They actually want to be custodied. And we talked about this before on my other channel. These people want to be custodied. Now, let me ask you this question. You can't walk on a crutch and get pushed in a wheelchair and then tell somebody not to call you handicapped. You can't do it. But that's what a bunch of people out here are doing. That's what a bunch of people out here are doing. So again, my question for everybody, right? Shout out to Detroit 313. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen, right? To all the people that's ghost watching. How much money did your content creators make you this week? If you spent more on a content creator than you made from the content creator, you deserve to be where you at. You deserve to be where you're at. No one should feel sorry for you. Shout out to Alonzo. I forgot about you, bro. My man Alonzo in the building. If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. If you want to hold hands around with a bunch of people and cry about something, or unless you want to start stacking Satoshis, get your mind right, money right, ready for war. You want to sit around crying. My question is, how much money you making? You making any money off of it? Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen says, I tried talking to one of my nieces about crypto, and she prefers to invest in real estate investment trusts. REIT. I shrugged and said, okay. It's wild. It's wild. And again, you know, it's interesting, right? Because just because you tell somebody, you're like, yo, you should check out this thing called cryptocurrency. You should check out this thing called Bitcoin. That doesn't mean for you to dump all your other assets. That means to do what successful investors do. That means diversify. Be open-minded. Now, it may have sounded harsh when I would first start saying these things, right? But I think that as time goes on, right, the reality of it becomes more and more clear. The reality of it becomes more and more clear. The people who have wealth and power deserve to have wealth and power, whether you feel that they got it in a fair way or not. And the people who are poor worked just as hard as the people who work to be rich in order to be poor. You got to work pretty hard to just be downtrodden and broke. You got to work hard. It's the same way you got to work real hard to be a crackhead. I mean, you just got to repeatedly smoke crack until your body can't function without it. So you worked really hard, and that's what you did. You became a crackhead. Just like people work hard to be rich, and they become rich. Yeah, shout out to Detroit 313. Facts. Detroit 313 said, meanwhile, recessions are hitting hard on the state that didn't vote red. That means California and New York. Facts. Shout out to my man Aristopat. What's good with you, bro? Aristopat said, watching from New Jersey, my brother, rich will get rich, poor will get poor. Facts. And one thing that's not examined is what rich people do to get rich and what poor people do to get poor. We see what they do just in the cryptocurrency space. The people that don't have a lot of Bitcoin sell their Bitcoin. The people that got a lot of Bitcoin buy Bitcoin. That's the reason why the rich get rich and the poor get poor. Because rich people do rich people stuff, poor people do poor people stuff. And a lot of this stuff is not anything that you got to go to Harvard or Yale for. You just got to have at least a fourth of a functional brain lobe. You know what I'm saying? That's it. All you need is a fourth. That's all you need is a fourth of a functional brain lobe. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says the strong trading day recovered some losses from the past 2 months, during which the firm's shares have fallen by over 46%. Now, I'm curious as to why. The firm's CEO, Sander Anderson, said he believes the values of individual sovereignty, highly present in the Bitcoin community, aligns well with and will appeal to the customers and community we are building the H100 platform for. H100 sells health tools for individuals who don't want to rely on the reactive health system, Anderson said in a separate X post. Anderson marked the first Bitcoin announcement and purchase as phase 1, hinting at further buys. Now, I want to ask you guys this question. Do people come to YouTube and social media to be educated or to find information? Or do they come to YouTube and social media to find validation and reinforcement? Yeah, I got to agree. Shout out to Detroit 313. Also, XRP will price out the first timers. Yeah, facts. Anyone who gets priced out deserves to be priced out. They all deserve to be priced out. These people deserve horrible fates. You know what I'm saying? China's Juicy holdings to stack 1,000 Bitcoin. Okay. Meanwhile, on May 22nd, the NASDAQ listed, they on the NASDAQ. I'm about to check them out. The NASDAQ listed Brooklyn Queen. We're gonna have to check. We're gonna have to check Juicy Holdings out. Said that its board approved a plan to buy 1,000 Bitcoin over the next year through additional stock issuances and cash purchases. Now, this is what I'm talking about people not making them great. All of these companies can present to a board and say, we're going to issue stock, you buy the stock, and we're going to buy Bitcoin with the stock. Then the company becomes $1 billion company. You simply try to get people to listen to you talk about Bitcoin, and what happens? Let me know what happens in the chat. You can look at what happens in the chat. Look what happened to my channel. This company will make $1 billion. The people who came to and used to come to the channel will get even more broke. And then they'll sit there and say it's not fair that this big business has all this money. Well, you could have had some of that money. You had all the way from 2008 until today. So what's the excuse? People would say Trump stopped them. People amongst our peers will say that Trump stopped them from getting cryptocurrency, when Trump has actually been the only pro-cryptocurrency president we've ever had in the history of the country. Let me ask you guys this question. How many people do you believe truly want sovereignty? Do you believe that people actually want it? Most people want to get controlled with banter. Shout out to Aristopat. Aristopat said the poor are scared to take chances with their limited resources. Now, here goes my thing. Right? I can understand that. Right? I can understand that. However, as far as the poor taking a chance with limited resources, we've got what? How many years of history now for Bitcoin? Knowing where it goes. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Facts. I know I want it. Me too. Facts. And this is the thing. There's not going to be massive amounts of rich people made from cryptocurrency. That's not what's going to happen. A very small amount of people are going to improve their financial status, and a large amount of money and value is going to pour into Bitcoin and into the cryptocurrency market. But a bunch of people just aren't going to get rich. And the reason why a bunch of people aren't going to get rich is because they don't deserve to be rich. They don't have the risk-taking tolerance. They don't have the patience to study. They don't have the discipline to be able to put money aside over certain intervals. They're not able to not touch it. It just burns a hole in their pocket. And they definitely can't keep money in a Bitcoin wallet because they got to always wear it so that people can see it. So because of all of these factors, the Bitcoin experiment proves that rich people are a certain kind of people and poor people are another certain kind of people. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Detroit 313. Detroit 313 said, watch the lefties like Sabby Sabs or Mark Cuban end up bitching about cryptocurrency and worrying about the rich got all the money from crypto. Right. And Mark Cuban is rich. Right. And if I'm not mistaken, he actually is a cryptocurrency advocate. I think he's really heavily invested in Shiba, if I'm not mistaken. And again, you know, if the rich get all the money from crypto, you got to ask the question, well, why weren't poor people buying Bitcoin at $100? Right? People buy what they can afford. When rich people are, what did Michael Saylor say? I'm going to buy the tops forever. So that's what rich people do. Rich people buy expensive stuff. Michael Saylor didn't buy no tops when Bitcoin was only $100. BlackRock didn't look at Bitcoin when it was only $100. That's when other people should have been looking at it, but they weren't. That's their fault. That's their problem. It's their issue. Nobody put a blindfold over them. Nobody had a gun to their head. That's just they crossed the bear. They're gonna be responsible for the increasing debt and poverty of every generation after them. Somebody should hang a picture of them on the wall in the living room of the box that they'll probably be in at the 8th floor of the planet, because all the technology and all the housing is going 3-dimensional in the next 10 to 20 years. As a person who is, I'm going to transition. I'm going to transition from a regular person to an affluent person. Just like everybody else in the chat. You need to treat poor people like they're poor. If you're around poor people, if you're around broke people, if you're around dumb people, you're going to lose money, you're going to get poorer, and you're putting yourself at risk. If you're around successful, driven, ambitious, and wealthy people, it'll drive you to do better. You'll be able to share knowledge, and there's multiple networking opportunities. And understand that that person that asks you for $1 could have bought Bitcoin at $100 or at $1,000 or at $10,000 or even at $100,000 like you did, and tell them no. And that's just the reality of it. That's just the reality of it. The Bitcoin experiment has proven without a shadow of a doubt that the 80-20 principle, the principle of the vital few, is valid. People need to start training themselves to start moving like that. Let me ask you guys this question. In your home, do you mix the trash with the clean stuff? Do you mix the spoiled food with the good food? Do you do that? In most cases, you don't. So you definitely shouldn't do it in life. A shout out to Detroit 313. I want to bring Detroit 313's comment back up. Detroit 313 says, watch the lefties like Sabby Sab or Mark Cuban end up bitching about cryptocurrency and worrying about the rich got all the money from crypto. Now, the question that the subscribers should ask, but they're not very smart, so they're not going to ask, is why didn't they tell them to get into crypto? We had the same opportunity as these rich people that you're talking about. We might not have been able to buy as much, but we would have been better off than we were today. Why didn't you tell us to do it? Because, when Trump started to embrace crypto, it became political. Even though it always was political, it was always the Democrats attacking anything going on with crypto, which is one of the reasons why Binance and XRP had to move out of the United States. But that's another story for another day. People make their heroes great. And nobody is on YouTube to learn anything. A very small portion of people. Very small portion of people. I'll say maybe like less than 5%. The rest of the people are on YouTube to try to salvage their fragile ego from being destroyed every time one of their notions in the real world is invalidated by reality. And if people are that weak, those weak people deserve the fate that weak will bring you. And if you're not somebody that's easily broken, if you're somebody that holds on to your Bitcoin through the worst possible times ever, you deserve the reward at the end. Right, exactly. Shout out to Detroit 313. According to them, they don't have the money. But then anytime some type of political event comes up, everybody's showing the pictures of the GoFundMe or whatever, talking about, look how much money we raised. Now, that could buy you a whole Bitcoin, all that money that people raise, and then they could start a treasury company, right? It's all about choices. And I'll tell you, people got a track record of making extremely, extremely, extremely bad choices. Now, this right here is a good choice for this company to buy these 1,000 Bitcoin. The company's CEO, Tao Li, acknowledged the volatility that comes with investing in Bitcoin, but is hopeful the move will strengthen the firm's asset structure, risk resistance, and profitability. Now, here's my question. Why doesn't anybody ever talk about the volatility that's involved with holding your money in dollars or treasury bills currently? How come people don't talk about that? We're going to talk about that, okay? We're going to talk about that. Adopting Bitcoin as a treasury asset has become an increasingly popular trend as of late, with 109 public firms now holding the cryptocurrency on their balance sheet, according to BitcoinTreasuries.net data. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen for bringing that website to us. Now, again, when people say stuff like we weren't told about it, I can't have sympathy to that, because that's a slap in the face to somebody like me. I've been talking about cryptocurrencies online since 2017. So you already know. You definitely not getting that off if I'm in the room. You definitely not getting that off if I'm in the room. Now, shout out to Money Metals Markets, right? How many people invest in precious metals? If you invest in precious metals, give me a thumbs up in the comment section. If you don't invest in precious metals, then give me a thumbs down. And real quick, shout out to everybody that's watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all have not smashed the like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell. And also, please share the stream to your social media. Now, look at this. We're about to dive deep into this article. If my computer ever cooperate. If my computer will cooperate, we will definitely dive into this article. But it don't look like it's cooperating. There we go. There we go. Now it cooperated. Shout out to Detroit 313. I invest in precious metals too. Facts. Me too. That's the way to go. Right. And you know, all the people that say that Bitcoin is a scam. Shout out to my man Lehman Lucas. What's good with you, bro? Again, what's the alternatives? What's the alternative? It's not impressive if you just, for one, try to bat something down without any facts behind it. But if you do want to bat something down, well, entertain us then. What's the alternatives? What have you made a 60% return on in the last 3 months? So we're going to talk about this Moody's downgrade. All right. We talked about it before, but we're going to talk about it again. And as it comes up, we're going to continue to talk about it. Because, again, I don't understand why people aren't addressing this. Is Bitcoin a scam because when somebody says something about the dollar that you don't like, you just ignore it? Is Bitcoin a scam because when somebody says something about the bond market that you don't like, you just ignore it? these are patterns that you will see in certain sectors of media all over the place. And it's really, I don't know how much that helps anything. How much does it help if somebody doesn't report certain news because, their little feelings are hurt? They got to say that they're right about everything. The most surprising thing about Moody's downgrade of the United States government's credit rating was that so many people seemed surprised. Let me ask you guys this question. Why were so many people surprised? How many of you were surprised? Let me ask you this question. Who downgraded Bitcoin? I find it interesting, right? United States dollar downgraded, United States bonds downgraded, United States, credit rating downgraded. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure all the big investment banks upgraded Bitcoin status, right, to a reserve asset. True or false? So what it is that, people that have a problem with Bitcoin will just manipulate our P-brain audience by not reporting anything negative that happens with any other asset. And because I'm confident that I've created an idiotic audience, I know that they're not going to go back and check up on anything that I say. And I know for damn sure no one's going to challenge me in the comment section. I mean, this is ridiculous, man. This is the disrespect that a lot of people put up with on YouTube from some of the people that they love so much. They love them. It's pathetic, man. When did people become so hollow and pathetic? Somebody tell me when. Tell me a date. Tell me a year, month. No creativity, horrible quality, and not even a demand, not even a standard for the quality. Like the audience don't even, like the audience don't even, be like, yo, like present us with quality stuff. Like it just, like a lot is explained. A lot is explained. You know what I'm saying? The reaction should have been, tell us something that we didn't already know. Last Friday, Moody's cut Uncle Sam's credit rating by 1 notch from AAA to AA1. All right. Now, let me ask you guys this question. How many countries are there with a AAA rating? And what does it mean? Successive U.S. administrations in Congress have failed to agree on measures to reverse the trend of large annual fiscal deficits and growing interest costs. In late March, Moody's released a pessimistic report on America's creditworthiness. How come people didn't make a bunch of videos about this? Why didn't people make a bunch of videos about this? Everybody's all the red pill people now. All these people they're all geopolitical experts. They're all, cryptocurrency experts. Everybody's switching the game because the content that they've been doing is not sustainable. So they got to change to something else. So now we're going to just, talk about the news as if that's what we've been doing our entire content creation career. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen said, from the onset of the participation trophy award era, the losers were rewarded for being losers. I agree. I agree 100%. Yeah. And now we see the results. Like we see the results of this nonsense in real time. And the thing is that people don't want to deal with it. People are so mediocre. You say anything about mediocrity, they get butthurt like you're talking about them. You know what I'm saying? Because we all in their head. You know what I'm saying? We all up in their head. You know what I'm saying? The U.S.'s fiscal strength is on course for a continued multi-year decline, driven by the widening federal budget deficits, a rising debt burden, and a falling debt affordability. Now, here's my question. How do you protect your wealth in an environment like this? This is something that everybody should know. Even before I started just heavily concentrating on cryptocurrency, this is something that I used to always reiterate in the content. How do you protect yourself from this type of thing? Way back in November of 2023, Moody's lowered its outlook on the U.S. government credit from stable to negative. This is often a prelude to a downgrade in the country's AAA rating. And here we are. Moody's is the last of the major credit agencies to keep U.S. debt at an AAA rating. Standard & Poor's cut the U.S. sovereign rating a notch from AAA to AA plus in 2011. Fitch followed suit last year, citing the expected fiscal deterioration over the next 3 years. What does this mean? Fiscal deterioration over the next 3 years. How do people plan on dealing with that? Now, if it's one thing that we know that people love, we know that people love their 9 to 5, right? They love working for people. And the reason that we know that they love working for people is because of the, small amount of businesses, right? People don't want to start businesses. They don't want to support businesses. They want to go work for somebody else with an established business. It's all part of the risk aversion thing, right? So, part of this fiscal deterioration includes employment when we're talking about the macro environment, right? So let me ask you guys this question. Is rising unemployment a component of fiscal deterioration? If it is, give me a thumbs up. If it's not, give me a thumbs down. So now my question is to all the people that love to work for other people, but claim that, claim other things, right? What happens when this stage of fiscal deterioration start to happen and you're not able to go run to that job that you love running to every day? What happens then? Shout out to Detroit 313. Detroit 313 said how to protect your wealth is cold wallet device to transfer wealth into the cold wallet where hackers can't hack it when it's offline or online. Facts. That's how you directly protect your crypto, right? But now my question is numerically, how do you protect or how do you maintain or even how do you grow your purchasing power against the dominant fiat currency? How do you do that? If the dominant fiat currency is inflationary, the idea should be you need to back it with something that's either finite or deflationary, right? If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. We've known for years that the federal government is in a downward fiscal spiral. The national debt surged over $36 trillion last fall. Despite some headlines generated by Doge, there is no sign that the spending is going to slow down. In fact, spending is up, okay? The Trump administration blew through $591.77 billion in April. That is a lot of money. Yeah, facts. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Diversify your portfolio, precious metals, etc. Yeah. Emerging technologies, emerging markets, right? New asset classes, commodities, facts. What's so difficult about it? It's just too much for some people's pea brains to handle. Despite the fact that all you got to do is just press a button on Cash App. It's wild. But look, I want you to understand this. people move like this, right? It's just too much. It's just too difficult. It's just too hard. Then certain people call people low IQ, and then people become offended. Someone called somebody low IQ, but that person that got called low IQ literally just said that they couldn't do a basic operation on Cash App. I don't understand. Does that make any sense? I don't understand. Somebody help me. If that makes sense, give me a thumbs up. If it doesn't make any sense, give me a thumbs. That doesn't make any sense. The Trump administration blew through $591.77 billion in April. That was 4.4% higher than April's 2024 spending. At 4.16 trillion, spending is up 8.9% through the first 7 months of fiscal 2025. And the proposed federal budget for the next year would add trillions to these already massive deficits. Again, question, ladies and gentlemen, how are these going to get paid off? How are these debts going to get paid off? Who's going to pay them off? Who's going to collect the money? Stocks fell on the quote-unquote surprise move by Moody's, and bonds also sold off. The 10-year Treasury yield surged to nearly 4.6%, and the 30-year hit levels not seen in nearly 18 years. Again, this isn't surprising. Moody's reminds the world that the U.S. is mired in a fiscal mess with no political will to fix it. Why would you lend even more money to your irresponsible drunk uncle? That is a great question. Why would you do it? Anybody got any answers for that? Why would you do it? Why would you lend more money to your irresponsible drunk uncle? Why would you do it? Who would do it? A lot of people would do it because a lot of people do dumb stuff. Look at all the people that just kept giving Umar Johnson money. You know what I'm saying? Thank goodness that particular segment isn't the entire representative sample, or it would have people looking pretty damn bad. But under normal circumstances, if we're dealing with normal people, why would you continue to do that? The slide in demand for treasuries exacerbates a growing problem for the federal government. As yields rise, it becomes more and more expensive for the federal government to finance its borrowing and spending problem. Interest on the national debt cost $101.7 billion in April. That brought the total interest expense for the fiscal year to $684.1 billion, up 9.5% over the same period in 2024. So far in fiscal 2025, the federal government has spent more on interest on the debt than it has on national defense. Yo, that's wild. Just sit back and conceptualize that for a minute. But what's interesting about it is this mirrors most people's households. Most people are spending more money on interest than they are on their actual bills, and they're running up more debt. I don't never let people borrow money at all. If there's somebody that I happen to like and they ask me for an amount of money that I'm capable of giving them or that I'm willing to give them, I just give them the money. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to fall out with you. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be able to pay me back. So here, just take this. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a tax write-off, charitable donation. Don't lie and say that you're going to be able to pay it off. You know what I'm saying? You're already drowning in debt, and this little bit is only going to help you just, you know what I'm saying, put a piece of tape over the hole, over the giant gaping hole in the already sinking ship, right? Shout out to Jesse. What's good with it, bro? Like, people are doing this. Look at how crazy this is. So far in fiscal year 2025, the federal government has spent more on interest on the debt than it has on national defense or on Medicare. The only higher spending category is Social Security, which is $907 billion. How do you spend $907 billion on Social Security? And guess what? We ain't getting Social Security. How's that work? How does that work, man? Let me ask you guys this question. How many people have talked to other people recently? What is their retirement plan? How are people planning on retiring? What are people planning on doing to be able to survive in the future? They don't even have a plan. You guys realize that, right? These people are just lost. They don't even know what's going on. They don't even know none of this is happening. Uncle Sam paid $1.13 trillion in interest expenses in fiscal year 2023. It was the first time interest expense had eclipsed $1 trillion. So they paid $1 trillion in interest. Projections are for the interest expense to break that record in 2025. Who gets paid this money? You know what I'm saying? Like, who does anybody know who gets this money? When this money is paid, when this $1.13 trillion check is written, who receives that check? Who gets the money? Does anybody know? Where's the check made out to when the national debt is paid? Who gets the money? Some people think the Federal Reserve can intervene with rate cuts and mitigate Uncle Sam's interest problem. But the fact is, the Fed has little control over the long end of the yield curve. This was apparent when Treasury yields spiked even after the Fed cut rates last year. The only thing the Fed can do is run quantitative easing. In quantitative easing operations, the central bank buys U.S. Treasuries on the open market, creating additional demand. This typically drives yields lower. However, there is a downside. When running QE programs, the Fed buys bonds with money created out of thin air. This, by definition, is inflation. Now, how is this not a scam? How is this not a scam? Again, where's this money coming from? Where's the money getting paid to? If you ask me, it's abundantly clear that people are lost in the sauce and people truly don't understand the financial system. Now, I want to ask you guys a question. How do people designate their quote unquote so-called experts? How do you choose your experts? Anybody got any insight or wisdom for me on that? And shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all haven't smashed the like button yet, do me a favor, take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell, and also please share the stream to your social media. Now, in a post on X, Bridgewater Associates founder and billionaire Ray Dalio alluded to this, saying the U.S. debt problem is even bigger than the Moody's downgrade suggests because credit rating agencies only factor in likelihood a country won't pay its debts. So now here's my question. How big is it? How big is the problem actually? How big is this debt issue that we actually have? They don't include the greater risk that the countries in debt will print money to pay their debts. Isn't that fraud? How many people have ever heard of this type of bank fraud called kiting? Like this is literally illegal. If anybody other than a bank did this, you would go to jail for fraud. This is illegal. This is like writing a blank check. Or I mean, this is like writing a check knowing that there's nothing behind it. Like this is like cashing bad checks. No one says anything though. You know what I'm saying? The Moody's downgrade didn't tell us anything we didn't already know. It merely put the issue back in the headlines. However, within weeks, the credit rating will be ancient history, and the federal government will continue borrowing and spending. The fact that Congress is pushing through a tax cut in the bill that will grow the deficits and wants to raise the debt ceiling by $5 trillion tells you everything you need to know about Congress's commitment to addressing the debt issue. This is nothing but a game of kick the can. Moody's just reminded us that the road is getting shorter. Okay. Well, you know, and all roads for the most part, all roads lead to Bitcoin. I want to know what people's plan is to deal with this in the future. What's the plan to deal with this? No one has a plan. No one knows anything. People looking to get saved. Who gonna save them? They don't want to be saved. Don't save them. Just like J. Cole said, they don't want to be saved. Don't save them. Strive to become a Bitcoin treasury company. Oh, look at it. Look, your boy Vivek Ramaswamy. Vivek Ramaswamy, asset management firm, is going public through a reverse merger and will use shares to buy Bitcoin. Now, if people will concentrate on what Vivek Ramaswamy says about how to accumulate wealth, people will be able to make money. But people have already turned their heads away from Vivek Ramaswamy because of comments that he's made about black people. So this is the whole game. I don't understand how people don't realize how easily manipulated they are. All a person has to do is say something to get everybody in an offended ass in the air uproar. They don't listen to anything else the individual says. And then when the individual says something that those people could use to improve their wealth, I've already mission accomplished. I've already distracted them by saying the things that I said. It's such a simple game, and they do it all the time. This is one of the reasons why people are just now becoming conservative, or people are now at least just now walking away from the Democrats. It took people 60 years, and they still haven't fully grasped this concept. 60 years. It's only supposed to take you 4 years to graduate from college and, you know what I'm saying, be a bachelor level educated about a particular, you know, subject matter. It took people 60 years to understand, hey, something's not right with the Democratic Party. They still haven't understood the fact that conservatives use racism as a manipulation tactic in order to divert people away from money-making opportunities and tactics. Still haven't gotten that down yet. And people are not trying to step their game up. So, you know what I'm saying? Vivek Ramaswamy is buying Bitcoin. His company is creating ETFs. Vivek Ramaswamy's asset management firm is going public through a reverse merger and will use shares to buy Bitcoin. The same way that I bought stuff and went to Target on Target boycott day, when this company goes public, I'm buying some of the stock. The very people that'll sit there and tell you it's nothing personal, it's just business, will sit there and say, I can't believe you finna buy some of Vivek Ramaswamy stock. I can't believe you about to sit there and stay broke and hold a handful of dollars. That's what I actually can't believe. But now, as time goes past and we see repeated behavior patterns, it is a lot easier to believe that. It's a lot easier to believe that. If you pay very close attention to a lot of our quote-unquote peers, people that we're around, these people will gladly take a Bowie knife and cut off their nose to spite their face and then act like it's a plastic surgery. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. And no one says anything about it. Everybody too scared. We on YouTube with a bunch of punks. It's wild, man. Strive Asset Management, founded by entrepreneur and former presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy, has revealed plans to transition into yet again another Bitcoin treasury company. Now, again, you know what I'm saying? I know this content is riveting and, you know what I'm saying? It's, entertaining, I guess, right? And insightful and educational, but it ain't that damn good. So let me ask you guys this question in the comment section. If more and more Bitcoin treasury companies continue to appear, what is that going to do to the Bitcoin price? Let me know that somebody has a heartbeat out there, okay? According to a May 7th announcement, Strive is going public through a reverse merger and plans to use the combined company's stock to accumulate Bitcoin. The deal will see Strive merging with Assets Entities, a social media market company listed on the NASDAQ. The combined entity will operate under the Strive brand and use its access to the public equity markets to finance Bitcoin purchases, the company said. Once the deal closes, Strive plans to issue approximately $1 billion in equity and debt and use the proceeds to accumulate Bitcoin. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, man, but these companies are just getting Bitcoin handed to them. Yeah, facts. I gotta agree with I almost said I gotta agree with Bitcoin Queen. I gotta agree with Brooklyn Queen. Facts. If you guys agree, and Jesse, shout out to Jesse. Facts. If you guys agree with Jesse and you guys agree with Brooklyn Queen, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. Right, it should. Now, and shout out to Jesse because Jesse said it would theoretically go up. Theoretically is absolutely the correct word to use. Absolutely. Because it's already currently underpriced. You know what I'm saying? The price should be way higher than it is right now. My man John Guillory in the building. What's good with it, bro? It's already severely underpriced. The asset merger intends to use all available mechanisms to build a Bitcoin war chest and build a long-term investment approach designed to outperform Bitcoin. And again, this is one of the reasons why, right, I put together the Bitcoin Treasury Index, because we're looking at stocks and investment vehicles that are engineered on the Bitcoin principle, on the Bitcoin standard, or on top of Bitcoin that outperform Bitcoin, because we need more money faster, right? We need more money faster. Strive plans to allow Bitcoin holders to contribute Bitcoin in exchange for public stock through a structure that is intended to be tax-free, it said. Now, this is something that I wouldn't be interested in. As of May 7th, the company manages approximately $2 billion in net assets across a variety of funds. Now, I will buy some of this stock, right? But I'm not exchanging no Bitcoin for anything. You know what I'm saying? I'll buy some of the stock, but I ain't exchanging no Bitcoin for anything. Shout out to my man Alpha Male Pimp Network. What's good with it, bro? Right. Shout out to John Guillory. Your new name is Bitcoin Queen. Right. We just renamed you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen said, I'm just a Bitcoin Shantae trying to secure her family's future. I ain't mad at it. I am not mad at it. Hey, Bitcoin Queen is hilarious. Oh, man. So in December, Strive filed to list an exchange-traded fund investing in convertible bonds issued by Strategy and other corporate Bitcoin buyers. All right. So now they're talking more about these Bitcoin corporate treasuries. And again, we're gonna continue seeing more and more and more and more and more and more talk about these Bitcoin corporate treasuries. And again, this is one of the reasons why I keep saying all of these companies that are public, keep an eye on them. Track the price. If it's moving the way that you think it should move, if it's moving in a way that's consistent with your portfolio goals, you know what to do. You know what to do. Corporate Bitcoin treasuries have become popular since the approval of Bitcoin exchange-traded funds on Wall Street. That's not quite true. You know what I'm saying? Bitcoin treasuries have become popular since Michael Saylor started buying up all the Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? Companies pioneering the Bitcoin buyer approach, such as Strategy, have seen their share prices surge by 350% in 2024. Okay. Analysts say adding Bitcoin to corporate treasury can potentially be a valuable hedge against growing fiscal deficits, currency debasement, and geopolitical risks, asset manager Fidelity Digital Assets said in a 2024 report. Now, here's my question. If this is the case, why are people not saving their money like this? Why are people not using this as a method to kind of reinforce or put a foundation on their savings accounts? How many people have been hearing about all of the places that are laying people off? All of the jobs that are getting removed. If you guys have been hearing about that, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't been hearing about that, give me a thumbs down. Corporate Bitcoin treasuries collectively hold roughly $74 billion worth of Bitcoin as of May 7th, according to bitcointreasuries.net. Okay. So then, they go on to talk about the Trump connection, right? Which, we're going to talk more about this because Trump had that crypto dinner. How many people heard about the crypto dinner? We're going to talk about that crypto dinner. Some people probably going to end up getting roasted. You know what I'm saying? Ramaswamy, an outspoken ally of President-elect Donald Trump, which is hilarious because they just dropped the fact that he was originally a rival who just completely stole the styles, like he's going around saying embrace villainy all the time. You know what I'm saying? Founded Strive in 2022. Its stated goal is to help investors harness the power of capitalism, according to Strive's website. In 2023, Ramaswamy, who largely earned his billion-dollar net worth from biotech startup Referral Sciences, campaigned against Trump in the Republican presidential primary. He later endorsed the president-elect. I would the way that Vivek Ramaswamy and presidential run kind of went. If you go back and think about it, like if you go back and look at it, it's almost like Vivek Ramaswamy and Trump was cool and like they set that up. I swear it's like they kind of like, I don't know. Now, I was going to talk about something else, but we're finna talk about this. Right? There's so many people that just, you know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about this. Now, let's scare everybody away because it's real easy to scare people, right? Let's scare them all away. Let's get them all up out of here. Is the world's biometric ID model a threat to self-sovereignty? So, this basically is like the end of the world type stuff right here. That, for people that believe in this type of thing. Hey, I'm not mad at it. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen said, I'll make a Bitcoin Queen channel and use a ratchet ass accent I can muster up to reach these masses. Hey, that's what you got to do. Do that. I'm not trying to be funny, man. Somebody got to sell the crack. Somebody got to sell the crack. Why would you leave all the crack money off the table if you know it's massive amounts of people out there that's going to smoke crack? It's not your responsibility to make them not smoke crack. It's their responsibility to not smoke crack, but it's always a market for it. That's why we got Reacts Network, right? That's why we got Just Talking with TD and Robb, because ain't nobody about to make no real money trying to actually help anybody do anything. No one's gonna make any real money trying to help people make money. No one's gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? No one's gonna do that. The only thing people are willing to pay for is poison. It's the only thing people are willing to pay for. They're only willing to pay for poison. You could get a whole, and groceries are a perfect example. You get a whole bag of groceries, you know what I'm saying, that'll last you a week for like $200. You know what I'm saying? You take like 6 people to a restaurant and get a bunch of, you know what I'm saying, deep fried stuff is going to cost you $200. But people would rather eat the 1 day worth of deep fried stuff, 1 meal actually worth of deep fried stuff, instead of getting $200 worth of groceries to last them a couple of days. This is what we're dealing with. This is the reality of it. People don't like to hear about themselves. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, man. You know what I'm saying? Push them bricks. Push them bricks. The people that ain't supposed to smoke them ain't going to smoke them. The people that you're not saving anybody by not doing that. You know what I'm saying? They're just going to go to somebody else. If it was no drug dealers on the street, they would just, you know what I'm saying, go to the emergency room and give Percocet. And they can get the Percocet legally. Shout out to my man AW1. What's good with you, bro? They can just get the Percocet legally. They can just get the perks legally. And then they turn around and sell a couple. And then, you know what I'm saying, they turn around and sniff a couple. It's always a market. It's whether you want to take advantage of that market or not. You know what I'm saying? Now, I listen, I could do undocumented bros. You know what I'm saying? I could do even on some of the other channels, right? Like I might go live on undocumented tonight, right? Undocumented only has what, like 690 subs. It'll be more people in the chat and more people watching undocumented than it is in here. And undocumented is not going to make you any money. It's not going to help you make any money. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, it's not going to help you make any money. You're not going to make money like my man Lloyd Sky 9. Shout out to my man Lloyd Sky 9. Definitely appreciate you, bro. Make sure y'all show Lloyd Sky 9 some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emojis, some ducks in the chat for Lloyd Sky 9 for standing on business for 22 months. Definitely appreciate you, bro.
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
Definitely appreciate you, bro. Now, what do y'all think about this world's biometric ID model? Just give me a little bit of DNA and I'll give you a little bit of crypto. You know what I'm saying? People going to relate this to the Bible. World claims to offer financial inclusion through identity verification. That sounds a lot like the book of Revelations, don't it? Now, y'all know, you know what I'm saying, that ain't my thing, but it's just interesting how this sounds very close to that. Almost like they read it and then said, let me make this. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to John. John said, facts, bro. It will be at least 20 to 50 that will be in the chat. And it's overnight wild. Right, bro. We finna do, look, watch tonight. It's going down. It's going down tonight. You know what I'm saying? Going down tonight. Like E40 and them tonight. Or no, who is that? That was Selly Cell. Tonight is going down. It's going down tonight. Shout out to my man Lloyd Sky 9. I appreciate you, bro. Make sure y'all show Lloyd Sky 9 some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for my man Lloyd Sky 9 for funding the organization. And he bought y'all lunch. Lois Scott 9 said, bro, I'm glad you started streaming again. Been trying to keep up in between Muay Thai. Hey, I feel it, bro. I feel it. Hey, shout out to you doing the Muay Thai. People don't understand. That is a really useful martial art. I'm gonna just put it like that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, bro. Make sure y'all show Lois Scott 9 some love.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
Hey, let me ask y'all this. If Bitcoin go down to 69,000, what would y'all do? So now here it says, world claims to offer financial inclusion through identity verification, but critics warn it may sacrifice decentralization, privacy, and self-sovereignty. The crypto industry is no stranger to controversy, yet few projects have drawn more scrutiny than Sam Altman's World, formerly known as WorldCoin. All right, how many people have heard of WorldCoin? Promising to verify human uniqueness through this is straight out of the book of Revelations, man. Like I said, and I ain't no Bible thumper, but this is straight out of the book of Revelations. This is wild. However, critics argue the project's biometric methods are invasive, overly centralized, and at odds with the ethos of decentralization and digital privacy. Hey, that's only certain coins. And listen, it's plenty of people that's willing to sell their soul. So let them. That's how I look at it. Who cares? If there's somebody willing to do it, let them do it. You know what I'm saying? At the heart of the critique is the claim that biometric identity systems cannot be truly decentralized when they rely on proprietary hardware, closed authentication methods, and centralized control over data pipelines. Now, again, there's nothing that says that blockchain or cryptocurrency has to be decentralized. It don't have to be decentralized. Like, if it's not decentralized, then the issue is just, okay, it's not decentralized. There's not any type of requirement. You can't put out you can't put out a cryptocurrency, or you can't put out a blockchain if it's not decentralized. Listen, I'm not trying to be funny, man, but like, again, the idea of decentralization is great. The thought of it is wonderful. The principle behind it is what you would expect. The fact is that most people are in denial that people are drones. Most people are NPCs. People cannot even handle decentralization. And people want to be and need to be controlled. It's sad. Maybe, right? But I mean, it is what it is. So there's going to be people lining up to get this. They're going to be lining up to get this. And my thing is if they want to line up to be cattle, they should be allowed to line up and be cattle. They should walk in there with their own bottle of steak sauce. What do you got? If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. Decentralization isn't just a technical architecture. Shady L. Dimanti, co-founder of Holonym Foundation, told CoinGraph, it's a philosophy that prioritizes user control, privacy, and self-sovereignty. World's biometric is inherently at odds with this ethos. And I mean, it is, but it's not illegal for them to do. You know what I'm saying? El Damati argued that despite using tools like multi-party computation and zero-knowledge proofs, World's reliance on custom hardware, the orb, and centralized code deployment underlines decentralization it claims to champion. This is interesting. This this hardware called, quote unquote, the orb. What is that? shout out to Bronze the guy. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. What's good with it, bro? Bronze said, wait, how do you know if you an NPC or not? You know that you an NPC or not if you be in the DMV like, are you ready, nigga? Are you ready, nigga? You know what I'm saying? If it takes 2 shots to the jaw to knock you out, yeah, you for sure an NPC. You for sure an NPC. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. I appreciate you, bro. Yo, also make sure that you guys click that link that Black Free Thinker dropped in the chat, and make sure you guys drop a like and share over there as well. Oh man. Hey, should we should we show them what we talking about or nah? Hey, how many of y'all seen that fight at the DMV? Man, that shit was hilarious. Oh man, that was hilarious. How many of y'all seen that? This dude actually said nigga too. You know what I'm saying? He actually said it. You know what I'm saying? Hold on real quick. I'm about to see if I can find it. Man, that shit was hilarious. Oh my god. I laughed about this like all day. Hold on. I'm about to pull it up real quick. I'm about to pull it up real quick. Oh, don't do me like this. Hold on. My computer going through it right now. Do me a favor, y'all. If y'all haven't smashed the like button yet, do me a favor. Take a moment. Smash that like button. If you guys haven't hit the bell and shared the stream, please do me a favor. Hit the bell and share the stream. Hold on real quick, man. This is ridiculous right here. This is ridiculous. This is what I want you guys to know. This right here, this is literally what people who are not watching my channel, this is what they're doing right now. As we speak, this is what these fools is not watching my channel. Hold on. This is what these fools is not watching the channel doing right now. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this shit right here. Hold on real quick, man. Watch this, man. Watch this. This is what these fools doing right now.
Fuck, nigga. You see this shit, nigga? Are you ready? You ready, nigga? Huh? Who's ready, nigga? Who ready, nigga? You ready, nigga? You ready, nigga? You think I give a fuck, nigga? You ready? Are you ready?
Definitely getting a like. Wait a minute. Hold on real quick.
Fuck, nigga. You see this shit, nigga? Are you ready? You ready, nigga? Huh? Who's ready, nigga? Who ready, nigga? You ready, nigga? You ready, nigga? You think I give a fuck, nigga? You ready? Are you ready? Nigga, fuck back, nigga.
Hey, why did he say? Hey, why did he say get the fuck black, nigga? Why did he? What? Listen.
What, nigga? Huh? What? Where you at, nigga?
Hey, shout out to the Reacts. Shout out to the Reacts podcast chat, to the Facebook chat, right? Man, I had said the comment section on this is hilarious, bro. The comment section on this is hilarious. Hey, it looked like, and it sounded like, you know how like you do old school stoves when it's like he tried to light this, like he tried to light the stove, and like the first time it ain't light, and then like the second time the fire was like, whoo, you know what I'm saying?
Where you at, nigga?
Hey, why was they clapping like that? And why was my man bouncing like he was at the gym? My man was bouncing. My man was bouncing like he was at the gym and then just socked that fool twice. And then look, watch when he get up. He get up and just get right back in line. He get up. He's so dazed. He do a 360 and turn around and don't see him. And they just right there. And then he just get in line. Watch this.
Where you at, nigga?
You see him just get up and get in line. Look. Man, that boy just got up and got in line. Man, he got the Sonic rings knocked out of him.
You see this shit, nigga? Are you ready? You ready, nigga? Huh? Who's ready, nigga? Who ready, nigga? You ready, nigga? You ready, nigga? You think I give a fuck, nigga? You ready? Are you ready? Nigga, you fuck back, nigga. What, nigga? Huh? What? Where you at, nigga?
Hey, he hit him like. Did you hear the crack when he hit him? Man, he hit him perfectly that second time, man. That shit was hilarious. Like he was at the fun house and he like tried to hit the hammer down and he missed the bell the first time, and then the second time he did it and got it. Oh my God, that's so funny, man.
Where you at, nigga?
Oh man, so that's what I was talking about, man. When I was like, "Are you ready, nigga?" You know what I'm saying? That's what I was talking about. He said nigga too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, people might be like, "Oh yeah," you know what I'm saying? Like you on that tether shit. Nah, like you know what I'm saying? That's what this dude said. You know what I'm saying? That ain't me. Y'all know that ain't me, but that's what homeboy said. My dude had his hand stuck in the west side position too. I don't know if anybody noticed that or not, but his hand was stuck like he was saying west side. You know what I'm saying? Lloyd Scott I said tether activity, bro. That shit is hilarious. Not the fight night video game move, bro. That's hilarious. Joe said, "Oh boy, did the fight night video game with him, bro. That shit was funny as hell." Shout out to Black Freethinker. Black Freethinker said, "I'm ready to buy that Bitcoin and XRP. Not a fan of Tether. You ain't gonna make no money like that." Oh man, you ain't gonna make no money like that. You know what I'm saying? Messing with them stable coins. You got to mess with the unstable coins. That dude was unstable though. Why are you gonna chase somebody around? When he said, "Are you ready?" You know he's talking about, "Are you ready to whoop my ass?" He was acting like he was fiending for an ass whooping, man. Like that, I ain't never seen no shit like that. Like, I ain't had my ass beat all day. It's about time and you late. Are you ready? Are you ready, nigga? Like, knock me the fuck out. Like, what? Like, who does that? And then he just socked him, and it was he just socked him and it clapped the second time. I was like, oh man, that's wild, man. But anyway. You know what I'm saying? Right. Now I said that, bro. I said that right in the chat. I was like, yo, I was like, can we make a "Are you ready, nigga" coin on Solana? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Alonda. I appreciate you, Alonda. Make sure y'all show Alonda some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emojis, some ducks in the chat for Alonda. Alonda said, "Type in bystander steps in to stop Asian man from being robbed." Let me see what they talking about. Did the bystander save? Is that what was going on? Did the bystander actually save the Asian man? Let me see what they're talking about. I ain't trying to be funny, man. What's up with all these people stepping in? What's up with all these people stepping in? Why is people doing that? Listen, I'm not about to. Hey, this gonna sound bad, but it don't matter though, man. If you actually care or if you actually feel anything, man, don't step in if somebody getting robbed, man. At the very least, if you're gonna do something, call 911. But don't step in. Oh, hold on. I don't think I played the drop for you. Shout out to Alonda for funding the organization. I appreciate you.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
Hold on. There ain't no sound on it. Wait, what the? Hold on real quick. The hell? So that's so we supposed to know from this video that he was getting robbed? Man, that's just I don't even know what to say about that. Shout out to you, Law. What's good with it, bro? What y'all think? What y'all think about that right there? I don't know what to say about that. Shout out to Alonda. Alonda said it's in Brazil. Shout out to Bronze God. Bronze God said, bro, Rob, you seen that Brandon Jamal video when he was recording that couple fighting and a random dude got mad at him for recording and pulled a gun on him? Nah, I ain't see that. I ain't see that. That's wild, though. I mean, I don't know if it's always the best idea to like be recording people in public. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't be on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you recording me for? You know what I'm saying? What would y'all do if somebody just started recording y'all? How would y'all deal with it? Brandon Jamal probably victimhooded it up too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was just trying to make TikTok content. I can't stand like there's so many bad representatives of light-skinned dudes out here, man. Like, it's really annoying. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, soft voices and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't stand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I swear me and Izzy the only light-skinned dudes on the planet that got bass in our voice. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Jamal all Martha Stewart with it. And all I was doing was just recording, and someone pulled a gun in my face. And we got to do better. We got to do better. Like, bro, you got to do better. Do better creating more content so people don't stick a gun down your throat, clown. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bronze God. Bronze God said, wow, he was trying to get them to stop. See, there you go. There you go. Trying to get them to stop. What's that dude's name? His last name was Price. He was some dude, you know what I'm saying? He was like ahead of his time, you know what I'm saying? With the you know what I'm saying? He was like a pro cop type black dude, you know what I'm saying? He was one of them type weirdos, you know what I'm saying? And he was at the police station, or he was at the gas station. What's his name? It was Price. The last name was Price. And he was breaking up. He was trying to break up a fight or something like that between a couple. You know what I'm saying? And the police came up there and killed him and shit. And then they got off. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why anybody like, man, I'm not breaking up no couple. I'll sit there and watch a couple beat the shit out of each other. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for that to be caught up in that mess. Then they both turn around and jump on me. You know what I'm saying? Talking about they love each other. Y'all didn't love each other just a second ago when y'all was beating the shit out of each other. Man, go ahead and beat each other ass. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I'm not trying to be funny, man. Any couple that stay together, if it's a couple and they boxing each other, them dummies deserve to be together, man. You deserve to get busted upside your head. You deserve to get your nose busted. Like, you deserve all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be the beacon of common sense for your stupid ass, and y'all been boxing happily for 20 years. That shit sound crazy. Everybody want to be a hero. I don't give a fuck about being a hero. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to John Guillory. John Guillory said Jason Tatum has a deep voice. That's another light-skinned brother that plays on the Celtics. All right, that's what's good. Shout out to Jason Tatum. He pretty good too, ain't he? Yeah, I ain't mad at that. Shout out to Jesse. Jesse said, depends on if I know the person. I'm a public figure, so I'm used to it. Yeah, I feel that. Shout out to Alpha Male Pimp Network. Alpha Male Pimp Network wants the simping song. Hold on, I got it for you. Yo, if y'all haven't hit the like button yet, make sure y'all do me a favor. Take a moment, hit that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit the bell, and also please share the stream to your social media.
Sipping water, ain't claim to be a key, but he lie about everything, don't need a thing. Said he slept 1,000 women straight up lying. And when it comes to honesty, he's always trying. He posted from not spending the time on the ladies, but we all know he's just fronting like crazy. Said he's a music producer, but it's all fake. Just a mask he wears, and it's all a mistake. Simping water is where the lies, claiming things that he just never tries. What we see through is the signs, plain to see. Simping water, you can't fool me. Simping water, you can't fool me. Simping water, you can't fool me.
Definitely appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker said, Rob's out here love language policing, bro. That's hilarious. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Look at this, though, bro. Look at this. I'm not trying to be funny, man, but I'm telling you, couples that fight each other, they deserve to be with each other. They deserve to be with each other. And I'm not trying to be funny, man, but I swear they only do that in some sick form of show, or like some sick bonding, or like some sick form of affection. You know what I'm saying? It's really weird. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you. Make sure y'all show my man Black Free Thinker some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emojis, some ducks in the chat for Black Free Thinker for funding the organization.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
Oh yeah, facts. That's what we was talking about. Shout out to Alpha Male Pimp Network. It's not sad. It's reality. That's what people got to understand. This is the stuff that I be saying that makes people, they're like silently go away, and they too much of a bitch to say in the chat that I can't fuck with you no more. You know what I'm saying? So they gotta like I'ma silently go away. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the reality of shit, bro. Like all this shit that people say that they want, they do not want it. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, they do not want it. Poor people want to be poor. Rich people deserve to be rich. Rich people want to be rich. They want to stay rich. They do what they got to do to be and stay rich. Poor people want to be poor. All poor people don't even want anything except for to be heard and to be validated. That's it. That's it. That's it. So, and like I said, I'm never roasting Fresh and Fit ever again. I'm not giving people that. They can go watch somebody else. They could go watch people that steal my swag. They can go watch the swagger jacking ass motherfuckers for that kind of bullshit. I'm not giving that shit to motherfuckers no more. Because when I was talking about Fresh and Fit way back in the day, that's back when they was cool with Kevin Samuels and everybody was riding Kevin Samuels hard. So it was like, give Fresh and Fit a pass. All right, whatever. Now Myron on his 1-2. Hey. Remember y'all said give Myron a pass. So there you go. I'm giving him a pass. People, and honestly, like, and I can't move with a bunch of people that move the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? I can't move with a bunch of people that move the wrong way. If you ask me, most of these people on YouTube, if they're trying to make a point, if they're trying to do something, they move the wrong way. They move the wrong way. All of this stuff, all the stuff that people outraged about and all this, people just try to muster up outrage to be able to make some money about it, or they take a automatic opposite stance on everything. There's no original thought on YouTube. There's no creativity, none of that. And it's not a lot of people that's willing to take a hardcore position on certain things. So I can't move like that, man. I can't move with people like that. I can't move with cowards. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of cowards on YouTube. It's a lot of cowards, man. Like most YouTubers is cowards for the most part. You know what I'm saying? I could roast Fresh and Fit all day long. I'm not giving it to the audience. You know what I'm saying? I'm not giving it to you. What if people done to deserve a verbal defense from Fresh and Fit? What if people done to deserve it? What if people done to deserve a verbal defense from anything? I'm not doing no verbal defenses of anybody for anything anymore. Anything anymore. People could ransack the entire hood. I'm gonna just sit there and watch. Better not come my way, but I'm gonna sit there and watch you mess everybody else up because I don't care. Mark Dice made a video of like this Candace Owens 2.0 chick today. And you know what I'm saying? You know, Mark Dice was just loving it. You know what I'm saying? And you know what's crazy? If I had did a video about Mark Dice and roasted him and roasted that chick, the same people that's not going to do anything from anywhere other than a comment section would have been loving that the same way Mark Dice was loving that stuff that girl was saying. I'm not giving nobody that. I've been saying this forever. People not going to roast their way to the top. People not going to sass their way to the top. But what I show people through the cryptocurrency content, I don't need to YouTube for money. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? If you know, on a normal circumstance, I would get 50, 60 people watching, right? I talk about crypto. I only get 17 people watching. 17 people, you know what I'm saying, out of the 60 people, and all the 60 people claim that they need some type of financial, you know, help or, you know, financial improvement, right? Right? So they lying. And no one says anything about the lies. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Alpha Male Pimp Network. Alpha Male Pimp Network said, I have an idea. Charge people $500 super chat or cash app if they want a video of you roasting Fresh and Fit, make a living. Nah, bro. I'm not even doing it. I don't need the $500. You know what I'm saying? I have more satisfaction in knowing that anytime Myron and them open up their mouth, people was just outraged and butthurt about it. The same way I told people and warned people about Fresh and Fit, the same way I tell people about cryptocurrency and warn people about the changing financial system. That's why I'm gonna sit there when Bitcoin goes to $1 million, and when somebody is panhandling because they broke, I'm gonna go buy a brand new car right in front of them. Because that's the language that people understand. Shout out to DJ Elmo. What's good with it, bro? That's the language that people understand. Why I'm about to be on the battlefield if I'm the only soldier on the battlefield and everybody else just hiding behind a bunker? I'm not doing that dumbass shit. I'm not doing that dumbass shit anymore. You know what I'm saying? And people don't take accountability. Anytime you watch a movie, you look at the villains, you know what I'm saying? Society these horrible villains. The society never takes accountability for the villains that it creates. You know what I'm saying? Society never said, yo, we influenced that. We caused that. We turned Jack Napier into the Joker. You know what I'm saying? We turned Harvey Dent into Two-Face. We turned Eddie Brock, you know what I'm saying, into Venom. We turned Magnus into Magneto. You know what I'm saying? We turned Apocalypse into Apocalypse. Nah, they don't never say that shit. It's just look what this person is doing. And as long as people give people a pass, as long as people let things slide, it's going to always be like that. And I don't care if I don't have the entire world, but in my small piece of the world, if I could be consistent with the stuff that I say, I'm going to be consistent with the stuff that I say. And that's why I don't do that's that when people say that, people ask, yo, what about this situation? What about that? Hey, you know what I'm saying? There's people out there. There's people out there that when I used to talk about that kind of stuff, and I would be the first person to talk about it, people will pass up my channel with all my amazing artwork and all my amazing soundtracks to go listen to some bullshit. Well, go listen to that bullshit now. You know what I'm saying? Go listen to that bullshit now and get your pom-poms out and cheer until you sit around and wait for the next unfortunate shit to happen. Because while that barbecue was going on, didn't no kind of plan get devised, didn't no type of resources get gathered except for all the super chats people collected. Didn't nothing happen and shit. And then the same shit keep happening. If the same shit would stop happening, it'd be a lot of YouTubers out of business. These YouTubers is just like the automotive industry. They just like the healthcare industry. It's about maintenance. I got to maintain emotional outrage over everybody. I got to maintain direction of a narrative. I got to maintain a particular way that content goes. I'm not trying to create no solutions, because if I create solutions, I'm going to cannibalize my own business. Let me ask y'all this. As long as y'all have been watching YouTube, where are the significant changes at? How has society moved forward? People don't want it to move forward. All people want is to be validated. That's it. People don't want to learn anything more. They don't want to learn anything new. They don't want to do shit for themselves. They just want to be validated. That's it. I feel a certain kind of way about some shit. I don't even know why I feel a certain kind of way about this shit. I got to come to YouTube to see how I'm supposed to feel. Oh, okay, it's about 500 people in the chat, and these motherfuckers all saying the same shit. I feel like, okay, I'm good. I'm good. That's it. That's it. I'm not with that. I don't go in that direction and shit. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's the evidence. It's the evidence. You know what I'm saying? We could damn near predict almost anything down to the wire. Down to the wire, man. So like it's a lot of people coming like talking wild nowadays, these days. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people talking wild. It's not just fresh and fit anymore. Look, shout out to Black Free Thinker. That's why, look, you see that? That's why I have less people in my chat than I used to. We want the truth. No, you don't. What? That's the biggest lie. We want the truth is the biggest lie in the world. That's the biggest lie. How dare people have the word truth in a sentence? That's a lie. They do it all the time, though. I told the truth. No, you didn't. Shout out to my man, Black Free Thinker. I appreciate you, bro. Make sure y'all show Black Free Thinker some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emojis, some ducks in the chat for my man, Black Free Thinker, for funding the organization.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
That's why I can't do it no more. Think about what. Look. Think about everything that everybody say. Money is the root of the problem. Money is the root of the problem. Now, shout out to everybody who've been down, who've been participating. You may not have made $1 million yet, right? But you definitely made some decent money along the way, right? You got a nice little savings that you didn't have before, right? I'm not into it. I ain't got nothing for it, man. I ain't got nothing for it. And this is the reason why I say those of us, like people like us, we deserve all of the wealth and all of the rewards of our disciplined approach that's coming to us, and everybody else deserves to have a larger audience of miserable, poor people that are going nowhere. They all need to be together in the same box. You know what I'm saying? And I don't hate to say that. And even this, right? This type of talk, like this kind of sentiments, right? This kind of feeling, this kind of talk. Man, you listen to YouTube now, people out here swagger jacking this, saying the kind of stuff that I be saying. When nobody was talking like this before. I've been talking like this my entire YouTube career. We're going to switch from red pill content, you know what I'm saying, to this. It's like a lot of these cats on YouTube need to get a life. But YouTube is their life. Yeah, facts. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. That's facts. Black Free Thinker said it's true, and it's not race, color, or ethno-specific. Yeah, it's not race, color, or ethno-specific. Bro, I could have, listen, if people deserved it, I could have a whole stream lined up for that Black fatigue shit. I'm not doing it, though. I'm not doing it. Because people don't, man, my content is so thorough and so futuristic. People don't even deserve the little content that I do anymore. Shout out to y'all, man. My people that's in the building, y'all do. But the masses do not. They deserve to be just as lost, just as helpless and hopeless as they are. Shout out to Rosemary. Rosemary, the reason why I hate to say it is because I expect better of who I'm saying it about. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I hate to say it. You know, like people you had these phrases, you know what I'm saying, like embrace villainy. You know what I'm saying? You had these phrases like the world is correct. Those ain't just clapback phrases. You know what I'm saying? Like we got, shout out to my man AB. My man AB drank a whole bottle of champagne. You know what I'm saying? That sparkling Welch is great. You know what I'm saying? Like, these ain't just clapbacks. Embrace villainy as a whole principle. It's a whole philosophy. The world is correct as a whole mathematical formula. It's a whole philosophy. Everything ain't shock value. And the world is correct and embrace villainy. Man, that's equal opportunity application right there. You know what I'm saying? It's equal opportunity application. I always been somebody that's been on the team, on the court. I ain't no cheerleader. A lot of YouTubers is cheerleaders. Now, see this is where I see y'all put the alerts in the chat, right? We gotta hit the alerts. We gotta hit the alerts. We talked about this, right? We went over this briefly, right? People still outraged about the DEI removals and all this. Somebody, I don't understand the outrage. I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? People, I don't understand why people are outraged. I don't understand why the people who are outraged are outraged. The people that spent the majority of before the election saying how DEI didn't help anybody, you know what I'm saying? Specifically, DEI didn't help us, are the main people making the videos talking about Trump doing this, Trump doing that. Ooh, he being anti-black over here. Ooh, he being anti-black over there. Ooh, he being anti-black over there. What do people want, man? Shout out to John. I don't understand it neither. Ooh, he did this. Ooh, he did that. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Because by the logic of all those people, that was the fix, right? That was the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was DEI, don't help nothing but, you know what I'm saying, people that's not black, and immigration programs and all that. Oh, he being anti-black over here. Oh, he being anti-black over there. Okay, like, is that, I don't know if that's what's happening or not. Not based on his actions, but based on what people said that they wanted. People said that they didn't care if the DEI programs got removed. But see, I'm gonna tell you something. When people say that, I'm gonna tell you something. This is how you pull people's cards. Anytime, if somebody is talking about something, they care about it. They care about it. It's all kind of stuff that I don't care about. You know what I'm saying? It's some cars parked out. It's some cars parked outside. I don't know what they look like. I couldn't tell you. I don't care about them. If you make some sudden movements, the whole room finna spin. Shout out to John Guillory. John Guillory said people love being outraged. Didn't do nothing about it. Right? Didn't do nothing about it. I'm gonna tell you the best way to destroy your YouTube channel is if you get to the root cause of a problem and then say, hey, I got a solution that could possibly improve that problem. And then you start concentrating your content on the solution of that problem. If you want to bomb your YouTube channel, that'll do it right there. That'll do it. You'll do it. But if you want to just keep stringing people along and, you know what I'm saying, keep people upset and have nobody do anything but just listen and everybody have a whining fit, you will thrive. You will do good. You may not thrive, you know what I'm saying, but you'll do fairly well. And that's just the reality of it. That's just the reality of it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker said a ledger filled with some Bitcoin is some good anti-DEI insurance, but no one wants to talk about that outside of this coven of villainy. Bro, facts. Like I said, you know, I have been suggesting financially engineering bank accounts and financially engineering businesses using cryptocurrencies forever. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what this is why I always say, like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. You supposed to jump out the window. Look, is 3 or 3, 4, maybe 5 YouTubers that control all the thought of people on YouTube. The only reason, like, first of all, people themselves got to be gaslit. So these people create these narratives and they put out their content and gaslight everybody. And then they got support staff. The support staff will then follow up and gaslight along with them. And they get the trickle down benefits from the gaslighting. You know what I'm saying? I don't move like that. I don't get down like that. You know what I'm saying? I've never in my life been a person that I'm gonna tell you something good all the time. If it's something good to be told, I'm gonna tell you something good. If it's not something good to be told, I'm gonna tell you what need to be going on. What's popping right now. No one ever runs back on the inconsistencies. There's so many inconsistencies. Like I said, they got people scared out here in the YouTube streets. You know what I'm saying? If you say anything that's against any of these narratives, you know what I'm saying? They got you profiled already. They got you profiled already. But at the same time, though, people got to realize people built these people. People created this. People made this situation for themselves. But that's the problem. That's the thing, though. People will not admit it. Imagine, look at, listen to this. People say that they just want to be left alone, right? Weez just wants to be left alone. I could do a video about that Mark Dice video, or I could do a video about some stuff that Fresh and Fit said. Everybody wants to listen to themselves be talked about. It's bizarre. It's crazy. I ain't never seen nothing like it in my life. They had that girl that was on TikTok that said the N-word. How many videos did y'all see of people made videos about her because she was on Piers Morgan or something like that? We just want to be left alone. You just want to hear people say all kind of wild stuff, man. People don't want to be left alone. That we want to be left alone, that's the biggest lie in the world. That's the biggest myth in the world. We just wants to be left alone. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to be left alone. That's a lie. If people wanted to be left alone, they would actually move like they want to be left alone. Let me ask you this question. How many people move like they want to be left alone? I actually move like I want to be left alone. You don't see, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a couple content creators that I'm cool with. You don't see me all up, you know what I'm saying, all over the place, all up on panels and all that. Like, I don't really socialize with a whole gargantuan amount of YouTubers. It's people that I've been cool with since I started. I'm still cool with the same people. You don't really see me trying to network or like branch out or nothing like that. And that's why, because I know that they ain't about shit. Shout out to AB Promotions. AB Promotions said, I definitely move like I want to be left alone. Yeah. Shout out to John. John said, I'm looking at my Bitcoin wallet and it's about that time to shout to Manny Fresh. Hold on. Let me run this back. Let me run this back up real quick. What's Bitcoin looking like right now? Are we at 109,000? Okay. You see Ethereum still sitting there looking stupid. So is XRP. I'm about to just start buying all Bitcoin. I'm about to just start buying all Bitcoin, man. I'm done messing around with like other stuff. I'm just about to call it a day. I'm about to jump out the window. I'm about to crash out and just become a Bitcoin Maximus. This is ridiculous. Bro, it's ridiculous that Bitcoin is $108,000, $109,000 and stupid Ethereum stupid Ethereum is 50% down, man. Like what? You know what I'm saying? Bitcoin at 100,000, Ethereum supposed to be at 10,000. You know what I'm saying? ETH is definitely looking stupid. ETH is sitting there looking stupid. ETH's sitting there looking stupid, like it's in church and it just got caught doing something it wasn't supposed to do it. You know what I'm saying? Just sitting there looking dumb. Get your ass up. Like literally, get your ass up. You know what I'm saying? Get up. 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. Get up. Sitting there looking stupid. It's sitting at 2,500 looking dumb as hell. Sitting at 2,500 like somebody just caught it with a blunt in his mouth and the blunt just hanging out the bottom lip. Like, come on, man. Yeah, facts. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen said all the time, people make it a point to try to get in my sphere by doing stupid stuff for attention. It's wild. Shout out to John Guillory. John Guillory said there is barely any ETH on exchanges. It makes no sense. It's at 2,500. Shit. Look, people about to put all the ETH. They're gonna mess around and put all the ETH back on the exchanges if it don't start doing something. There was some company that I had read about. They dropped Ethereum from their protocol. They're only using Bitcoin now. Why would you use this coin right here? This coin called World, where you need they'll give you a bunch of World token if you give them an iris scan. Like what? Who would do that? If you guys would give somebody your iris scan, give me a thumbs up. If you would not, give me a thumbs down. Yeah, ain't nobody doing that. What movie was that? Who seen that movie called Ultraviolet? They had iris scans on that movie. I don't know about all that. Yeah, shout out to Rosemary. The scanning of the iris sounds creepy. It sounds wild. Shout out to Black Freethinker. Black Freethinker said, I will when I grow them in my garden. Yo, listen, have you ever heard of organoids? Who's ever heard of organoids? I think we talked about this before. I might have put something in the Discord about it. Shout out to Betterworth. What's good with it, bro? Organoids is like when people grow human body parts outside of the human body, like a clump of stem cells as a replacement. Now, listen, check this out. Listen, if people could reverse and control cancer, bro, that would be like that right there would be like the first step to human immortality. If you was able to control cancer and diversify the type of cancer to make it where it regenerates tissue, like what was going on with Deadpool, that would be the first steps to human immortality. And I'm not trying to be funny. It probably wouldn't take nothing but like a virus to do it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Black Freethinker. Black Freethinker said, I was playing on my words. Yeah, bro, real talk. Look up, I'm telling you, look up these things called organoids. It's like growing human brains to use in an organic computer. Is wild. And they're doing it already, just growing these human brains out of a petri dish. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If y'all haven't smashed that like button yet, do me a favor, take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell, and also please share the stream to your social media. Yeah, man, I had to get that rant off. But like I said, we're gonna do that experiment tonight, though. If I got some time, we're gonna hit up Undocumented tonight at a crazy hour and just watch. So this is what I be saying. And I want y'all to understand, listen, how long have I been saying this? When people say YouTube is messing with their channel or people saying they shadow ban and all this stuff, they lying. That is a lie. That's a lie. There's no empirical evidence that proves shadow banning is a thing. Now, throttling is a thing. That's a different story, right? Algorithmic suppression, that's a different story. And they'll even tell you on the community guidelines what causes it, right? But as far as like shadow banning, it's a myth. No one's messing with anybody's channel. No one's that important. You know what I'm saying? Who's that important? Like, think about this. Why would they mess with your channel when they could just get rid of your channel? Like, I'm gonna just either demonetize or just delete your channel completely. Like, if I don't want you around, like, goodbye. I'm just getting rid of your channel. So why would anybody shadow ban or do anything like that? Think about that. It don't make any sense. Shout out to Jesse. Jesse says, so what about not getting notifications out? The reason why people don't get notifications out in a lot of cases is, for one, because the YouTube notifications don't make a sound on the phone when they go off. And for two, you actually have to set the notification on a particular setting when you actually subscribe. And most people just hit the bell and leave it alone. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, like with me, it's always a notification in my Discord. But people get the notifications, bro. They get them. You know what I'm saying? They just be lying. If you watch, if you pay attention, certain times, certain people, they get the notifications for videos except for yours. You know what I'm saying? And then when they decide to come around, they be like, I didn't get the notification. Like, bro, you got the notification. And then when you turn on the home screen, the video will be right there. You know what I'm saying? But like, people will scroll past it. All the stuff that people think that you don't hear or that you don't know, on the internet, you never know who somebody is behind the account. You never know where anybody be lurking at. The smart thing to do would just be assume that all information is open source. But a lot of people don't think that information is open source. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people actually think that they're hiding stuff from people. You could be sitting up there talking crap about somebody, and you talk crap right to the person that you talking crap about. And that person is disguised in a different account, just experimenting around, just playing around, trolling around. You know what I'm saying? And then they tell you all kind of stuff about you that they'd never tell you to your face. I can't tell you how many times I've done that to people. Shout out to Alpha Male Pimp Network. Alpha Male Pimp Network said, I ain't gonna lie, YouTube be messing around with TD's channel. He discussed that in one of his live streams recently. Look, he said that to make his audience feel good. You know what I'm saying? TD, I'm gonna just say I'm not gonna say too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say too much, but TD just said that to make his audience feel good. Shout out to Lloyd Sky 9, bro. I appreciate you. Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, bro, and people don't even be like, they don't even be picking up on it neither. Like, I've had people, like, you know what I'm saying, like somebody had text me on Facebook or somebody text me, bro, they try to start like, hey, yeah, like I don't like this person, XYZ. I'm like, I don't even know this person, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know you. Why are you asking me about my relationship with XYZ? You know what I'm saying? Look, shout out to Black Free Thinker. Did you go and see it? Did you? That's crazy, ain't it? Did you look it up? Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Make sure y'all show Black Free Thinker some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Black Free Thinker for funding the organization.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the march of dimes.
Yeah, that's wild, ain't it? Yeah, fact. Shout out to Lloyd Sky 9. You know not who you speak to on the internet. Yeah. Yeah. Facts. That's why if I say something about somebody, what I'm saying about somebody, I've said publicly on the stream. You know what I'm saying? Like how I just said, yeah, Brandon Jamal got that soft voice. You know what I'm saying? Yada, yada, yada. You know what I'm saying? Be irritating me how light-skinned dudes be so soft. Okay, like if he hear that, yeah, like I said that. I'm not hiding that. Like I said that, and I actually mean it. You know what I'm saying? But now if somebody try to get me, you know what I'm saying, like behind the scenes, like, yo, like let's, you know what I'm saying, like you're gonna talk crap about this, but like I ain't talking about, you know what I'm saying, like I ain't about to be sitting up here, you know what I'm saying, spreading rumors and got like anybody that I've talked about behind the scene, it should be general knowledge that I've said these things, you know what I'm saying, in public. But a lot of people get tricked and they say stuff behind the scenes, and then people got all kinds of screenshots. You know what I'm saying? They putting all the information out there. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. But the thing that's crazy is that kind of drama and that kind of messiness, that's the stuff that people into. People not into the drama of who gonna have more Bitcoin, MicroStrategies, or MetaPlanet, MicroStrategies, or BlackRock. You know what I'm saying? They more into, you know what I'm saying, just dumb stuff. That's like I said, I'm not about to be universal soldier out here. I'm not about to be the lone soldier fighting some, you know what I'm saying, stupid war for unappreciative, you know what I'm saying, beneficiaries. I ain't doing it. Yeah, bro. It's irritating. I don't like I ain't trying to be funny, man, but like that's you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to be funny. Listen, the presentation of quote unquote chosen light skinned dudes, that kind of stuff gonna get somebody hurt. That kind of stuff will get somebody hurt for real. Somebody gonna mess around and think everybody is a Terrence Howard. They're gonna think that everybody is a Brandon Jamal, and then they're gonna mess around and run into the Cash Money crew and be like, "Oh, I didn't even know it was like this." Yeah, it's like that. It's like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like that. But that's what they do. And they've been doing that. Look, you know what I'm saying? Soft dudes like Shamar Moore. Shout out to Rosemary. Rosemary said the other reason they're not trying to understand Bitcoin is because they think it's something you can't see. And here go my thing. That logic, right? But these same people that say Bitcoin is something you can't see, they go to church and pray every Sunday. Shout out to Bronzy God. Bronzy God said, I don't consider Terrence soft. Kind of an idiot, but not soft. Man, I don't know, man. I don't know about Terrence. I don't know about Terrence. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about Terrence, man. I don't know about him. I don't know about that boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at you trying to understand it. That's what's good. People should be open-minded, the way that I look at it. It's the same thing when people say we're not a monolith. But then there's literal YouTube expectations. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker said, I was about to say the same damn thing. Can't see God. Exactly. And the thing is you actually can see Bitcoin. Like you actually can. You know what I'm saying? Like you can see a Bitcoin wallet address. You can actually go on, you know what I'm saying, the Lightning Network and watch the actual transactions take place. You can go to a mining facility and see the world's strongest computer, which is the Bitcoin network. You actually can. You can't do any of that with God. Now, again, this is no disrespect to anybody's religion or to people who are religious, but the logic has to be consistent. Yeah, shout out to John Good. Bitcoin is code. You can see it. You can read the white paper. You can look at the, you know what I'm saying? Like you can look at the block addresses on the Lightning Network. If you watch The Modern Investor literally has Bitcoin transactions going at the beginning of his videos before he goes into the articles that he talks about. You good. Shout out to Rosemary. You good. I'm not even talking about you in particular. I'm talking about like people that actually use those kinds of things as actual reasons to not even just look into it. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, the return, you know what I'm saying? The lifetime return of Bitcoin is enough reason for me to look into it. It's enough reason for me to look into it. Nobody does deep dives on anything. Listen, I want you guys to understand this. No one researches anything. Research is a BS excuse. I'm not trying to, and no shade to Rosemary, but this is true. Nobody researches anything. People only say they need to look into it. There's 2 times when people say they need to look into it. The one time they say they need to look into it when they're actually interested in it. The other time people say they need to look into it is when they're just blowing you off. I'm gonna look into it. No, you're not. I'm about to go do something else. I ain't even gonna think about this for the rest of my life. I'm gonna look into it. People do less research on who they have children with than what they put their investments into. You know what I'm saying? People will make a decision to have, you know what I'm saying, a one-night stand, but they need 5 years to study Bitcoin. People full of shit. My thing is just admit. I think people should just admit that they full. Just admit I'm full of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm full of shit. I don't understand why people just don't say it. Not right. Now see, look, check this out. Shout out to Jesse. And again, we had said this in the last stream, right? I forget what it was or how it got brought up. But they was talking about that talking point that people always use. Well, if you don't have a black family or if you're not with a black woman, you can't talk about black issues, which is a bizarre, outdated notion, if you ask me, because just because you're either around people that aren't black, or you have people that's not black in your family, that doesn't mean that erases your entire life experience of being a black person. But on YouTube, the YouTube pro blacks have set this standard that's what it is, right? But they don't. But that standard does not apply when it comes to stuff that they're not involved in or don't know about. If you don't own no Bitcoin, you shouldn't talk on Bitcoin, right? You don't own no black woman, you can't talk on black people. You don't own no Bitcoin, but you can talk on Bitcoin. It don't make any sense. Which one is it? Neither one matter to me. I'm gonna do what I want to do. But if we're going by logic, how does that logically make sense? In one instance, you have to be completely ingratiated into whatever it is that you're doing to simply even talk about it. And in the other situation, you're allowed to have no exposure, and yet you can give your expert opinion. Someone explain to me how that makes sense. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker said, "Fuck you, Rob. I don't hurt myself. Fall out the chair laughing." That's hilarious. Hey, if you want to fall out the chair laughing, bro, you gotta see that dude get beat up at the DMV. You know what I'm saying? That'll have you dying laughing. Shout out to Bronze the Guy. Bronze the Guy said you could give the best advice and people look at you like they're listening and it goes in one ear and out the other. And they'll say, yeah, I'm gonna look into it, then make no changes. Facts. Bro, facts. Bro, facts. Stop letting me waste my breath and energy and just tell me straight up, I'm full of shit. I get, just tell you, like, listen, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm full of shit. Just say that. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm full of shit. I like sometimes people would tell me some shit that I absolutely reject. I'll tell them, like, stop wasting your time. I'm not fucking with this. Now, you know, if after you've done that, right, after you've said it, and then someone continues to push the issue, now the decision for them to waste their time, that's on them. Because you already told them, like, yeah, I don't really care about none of this. You know what I'm saying? But don't string somebody along and then, like, don't do nothing. That's why I have the irritation that I have. Man, I spent years doing content that I was under the impression people were interested in, not to make money. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought there was a genuine need and demand for that type of content. But after 5 years, I found out that I was severely incorrect. So now I tell people that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody tell me about, hey, listen, hey, you know what I'm saying? I care about that shit just as much as people care about, you know what I'm saying, getting a financial situation in order. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always ask these questions. Out of all the YouTube that people watch, how much money have you made? Like, if for everything that you watched in the last day or two, how much money have you made? What has improved in your life over the last couple of days? You know what I'm saying? Have you implemented anything that's been said in any YouTube content and improved anything? No. And the reason why is because most people don't watch YouTube for that. That's something else that I found out. People watch YouTube to be validated. People watch YouTube to be validated. If it's some white people that want to be outraged about something completely mundane and dumb that only they can relate to, they go on YouTube and find some echo chamber. If somebody black want to be outraged for the day, they go on YouTube and look up a whole bunch of videos about a situation that they can relate to that make them outraged. No one's actually looking for actual information. People are only looking for emotional validation. I'm feeling some kind of way because some stuff happened at work. Let me get pumped up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna watch this video about these Karens. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? White person get mad. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like Nathan was about to go to the state championship in basketball, but that damn ghetto team shut them out. Let me go watch some Mark Dice and feel better about myself because I'm just fatigued with all of this. I'm fatigued about black people kicking our asses in sports. It's fatigues. You know what I'm saying? I'm fatigued. Oh my God. Somebody go give me an ice pack. You know what I'm saying? Give me an ice pack and some Gatorade because I'm just tired of this. This is fatigue. I'm so fatigued of black people. I need some white people to start winning the Olympics for us for a change. Like, man, shut the fuck up with that stupid ass shit around the board. You know what I'm saying? Around the board. No one's fatigued. No one's fatigued. No one is fatigued about the nonsense situations that we got to deal with. And them people that don't even live around by where we stay at are definitely not fatigued by us because they don't even live around us. You know what I'm saying? When they say black fatigue, they're looking at something that happened 2 or 3 cities away, crying about it. Despite the fact that, you know what I'm saying, like it didn't even affect them at all. Because, you know what I'm saying, like if you live in the outskirts, how does anything that goes on in Chicago affect anybody that's alive today? You know what I'm saying? But then when it comes to our people making people great, y'all don't even want the people that in the ring that could give somebody a one-punch knockout. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all like to watch the cats that have to get some type of split decision victory. You know what I'm saying? Or barely get out the ring alive. Shout out to Win Lose a Rug. Win Lose a Rug said, man, in response to black fatigue was disappointing. Actually, bro, we knew it would be. We knew it would be, bro. We knew that's what I was, and let all of your heroes who have been designated to represent you, man, let them give the most dumb, mundane, easy responses to that shit. Because y'all don't like the one-punch knockouts. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like that split decision. You like somebody with their face lumped up afterwards, like, I just barely got out of it. You know what I'm saying? That's what they get. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bronzy God. Bronzy God said, ghetto team. Whole time, them motherfuckers from the suburbs, too. I can't win with those people. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, like, it's not really even a ghetto team. It's just, you know what I'm saying, like a bunch of black kids play on the basketball team. Might have like 1 or 2 white boys or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that's the little Timmy was supposed to get a D1 scholarship, and they got crushed, you know what I'm saying, by that Catholic school with all those black kids that are 25 years old. Like, sure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. 2 or 3 cities away, more like 4 or 5 states away. Be from Iowa, complain about crime in New York. Bro, facts. You got enough, they got enough stuff going on, you know what I'm saying, in Portland and, you know what I'm saying, Washington, all that stuff on the West Coast, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, got to keep your eye on Chicago just in case, I don't know, you want to go to a Bulls game or something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I've been, bro, facts. Shout out to Win Lose a Rug. Win Lose a Rug said, I believe it's a weird symbiotic relationship. Both sides depend on each other. Yeah. What do they both have in common? Both American. Both pride themselves on on being American. That's one of the people that don't even get me started. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, facts. Shout out to AB Promotions. The heroes are trying to get paid and tell you Bitcoin is a scam. You know what I'm saying? Listen, that the next stream that I have, bro, you read my mind. The next stream that I had planned on doing was going to be called Is Being Broke and Debt a Part of American Culture? You know what I'm saying? Bro, yeah, facts. That's it. Face lumped up like Martin Lawrence after he fought Tommy the Hitman Hearns. Bro, face lumped up like Gina after she ate that seafood. Shout out to Win Lose a Rug. Win Lose a Rug said they seen the NFL draft and that proved that racism was over. Well, you know, they feel that the racism is only valid if it's racism that they can say is anti-white. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, there's no such thing as racism. You could be if you're black, you could be walking across a crosswalk. You know what I'm saying? And a white person mows through the crosswalk while speeding. The entire community and the police officer and the news and everyone else in the United States will say the person that ran you over was the victim. You had no business being there and you were violent, and that's why they sped up. Which, you know, if you have the ability and the network to be able to run a gaslighting campaign like that, then go for it. Do it, right? But at the same time, though, like, how long is it going to take people to respond to that? You know what I'm saying? Like, the response that people be doing, ooh, look what they did. Ooh, look what they did. They had lied over there. Ooh, look what they did. They had lied over there. Okay, how many times is you going, ooh, look, they had lied over there before you actually counter the lie? You know what I'm saying? Like, could you imagine if you watched a boxing match and somebody just kept busting you upside your head with left hooks and you just ran back to your corner, man, and was like, ooh, they just hit me with a left hook. Ooh, they hit me with a left hook. Like, your corner man gonna be like, dude, just throw the towel in with your dumb ass. And I'm about to end your contract right now, and I'm gonna find somebody else that's capable of fighting. I mean, that's literally like the social media, pride defense force. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can see all the videos launching off like nukes just coming out of a missile silo. You know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't going to defend anybody from anything. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to defend anybody from anything. You know what I'm saying? You already know what time it is. You already know what the deal is. People need to start making moves. But instead of making moves, what do people always say? Well, this is the position that we're in. Okay. All right. Throw in the towel. Yeah, throw in the towel. That goes for everybody, man. That's for everybody, man. Everybody can get it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can get it, bro. Everybody can get it, right? Now, look, as far as these so-called black political figures, right? Democrats and Republicans. Where is a thriving example of Democrat ideology creating affluency for black people? Somebody name me one suggestion that any so-called black conservative has come out with, or any evidence of any black conservative network or anything like that, where any net worth has been generated, where it's not dependent on white conservative talking points. Where is it at? The Hodge twins, they do they're the same. And this is why I say it's a pro-black to coon pipeline. They're the same people. The pro-blacks be, they being anti-black over there. You know what I'm saying? Black conservatives will be like, hey, look at them black people over there. You're doing the same thing. The Hodge twins will find a local news article and be like, you know what I'm saying? Look what happened there. Look what happened at the gas station right there. You know what I'm saying? A toddler shot another toddler. Look over there. Where's your example of black conservatives creating strong family structures where toddlers aren't shooting other toddlers? And how are you marketing that to improve people and get them to see your political ideology? There's no evidence of that. There's no evidence of that. You know what I'm saying? So there's no, so again, the black conservative still runs off. The black conservative runs off of the same ideology as the pro-black clown does. You know what I'm saying? All of them run off of white supremacy ideologies, except for the fact that they just go in different directions. Pro-black clowns sell black people the idea that there's this insurmountable barrier that we'll never be able to deal with unless the very people who created the barrier save us. But dare you have a notion of a white savior? And then black conservatives take the exact same ideology and then they just sell the critiques that pro-blacks make to white people. Oh, okay, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, pro-blacks say a lot of foul stuff about black people. Let me just take that and I'm going to bring it to the people that want to hear it to validate their own biases. They're the same rotten apple, you know what I'm saying, on a twisted tree. They're all born out of the same thing. You know how old Thomas Sowell is? All of these black conservatives, all of them were all pro-black at one point. They were all pro-black at one point. And the thing that pro-blacks and conservatives have in common is that nothing either of them does works. And they all draw their ideology all from the same place. Shout out to Jesse. Jesse said they're running crypto app ads on your channel. Hey, that's what's good. Crypto app ads pay the most. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something. The reason why these pro-black coons and black conservatives and black Democrats, the reason why they exist is because people allow them to exist. People allow them to exist, man. People don't get people up out of the paint. They hustling. Shout out to Rosemary. Yeah, I designed this picture. When are people going to see it? Now they created an issue because now their audiences cross over. See? Shout out to Alpha Male Pimp Network. Jason Whitlock said his father was a starch black nationalist. that's a whole rabbit hole to go down, right? What does that mean? Like, Jason Whitlock was just so traumatized by his black nationalist father just doing, you know what I'm saying, just harming poor white people that he just had to join the Blaze Network. You know what I'm saying? Right? I mean, like look at Candace Owens. These people, all black conservatives. And here go the thing, right? When I say they hate themselves, I'm not talking about the fact that, you know what I'm saying, they hate, you know, black people or whatever, right? See, I call these ass up rebuttals. These are ass up rebuttals. Oh, you just hate yourself. Man, shut your dumb ass up. You know what I'm saying? That's that bullshit. When I say these people hate themselves, I mean they hate themselves individually. Jason Whitlock doesn't like the fact that he's a failed pro-black and he came from a failed pro-black family. So he doesn't like himself because of that. Not anything else. Candace Owens doesn't like the fact that she's a failed pro-black. She failed at attempting to get her message across. She's a failure. All pro-blacks or all conservatives are failed either pro-blacks or they're all failed liberals. No one wanted to listen to them. You're not convincing enough. You don't have enough charisma. Your content isn't appealing. You're boring. You're awkward. You be like Candace Owens and put on a White Lives Matter shirt with Kanye West with a hot dog in his mouth, and Candace Owens about to trip over her own feet trying to do the Running Man. You know what I'm saying? You're failures. It's not that, oh, you hate yourself, XYZ, you know what I'm saying? You know, whatever. Nah, you actually individually have identity issues because you do not like the person that you see in the mirror, not only because of whatever, but because of your failure. A lot of times people have an overreaction to the failure. If you ask a lot of people why they don't like Bitcoin, oh, I don't like Bitcoin because I lost money. You would have lost money anytime. You mean to tell me you've never actually lost money? Like you never had no, you know what I'm saying? You never had no quarter fall out of your pocket into the couch and then you couldn't find it? Okay, you lost money right there, but I bet you still use quarters with your dumb ass. You know what I'm saying? So that's all these people are. And see, now, you know, they have a very lucrative market to be able to say a lot of the things, venting their frustrations, you know, to an audience that they feel listens, to an audience that they feel cares. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, Kanye West, you know what I'm saying? He got a motherfucking Oscar Mayer hanging out of his mouth and shit. You know what I'm saying? Candace over there doing the Running Man with a blouse on, with a White Lives Matter blouse, about to trip and fall over herself. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you know, that's basically it though. Like that's basically that's the story. It's just a business. You shouldn't really, you should to an extent, right? But every story is different. So you should never be able to automatically know what somebody is going to say. But with this political theater, you do. And when I tell you, listen, this is political theater. All these people are actors. They're all actors. All these none of these black conservatives at January 6th, but they so down with Trump. The one black dude that was at January 6th, his ass still in jail. That's the one me and TD did the video about. That's the one me and TD did the video about on Just Talking. Shout out to Ross. Ross said, bro, I know you went off when Kanye came out. I must have missed that. Bro, I roasted the hell out of Kanye. Man, I roasted the hell out of Kanye, man. You know, he was having a big temper tantrum. You know what I'm saying? He just busted out with that. Like, listen, take it back to what was that, about 2 years ago? He should have went on and let that therapist give him the medications. I mean, like, why would you? No one's talking about that on YouTube either. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just not like a barrage of videos like, yo, what's up with Kanye and the pack of hot dogs that he slammed? You know what I'm saying? Like, no one's saying anything about it. Dude is weird. I remember when I had done some videos about Kanye, you know what I'm saying? People felt a certain kind of way because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't really go in on Kim Kardashian. I said, Joe, Kim Kardashian probably as good as it's going to get for Kanye. I can't believe you said that. How can you say, I can't believe you said, man, listen, man. Kim Kardashian is the best that Kanye going to get. You know what I'm saying? And Kanye crazy. That boy a genius. This is what I'm saying. If Kanye West is our genius, hey, I didn't say it. I'm fighting people, right? I'm fighting against a mob of people to convince them that the hot dog guy is not our genius. Why should I have to do that? Oh man, Kanye was after her. Shout out to Rosemary, right? Rosemary said yes, because who would be after her? Kanye was after her. Kanye wants a female that's a smut. You know what I'm saying? He likes smuts. He got the alpha smut. You know what I'm saying? Kim Kardashian, if you are into smuts, you're not gonna get no better of a smut than Kim Kardashian. That's the cream of the crop, top of the line smut. You're not gonna get anybody. That's the premium smut 5,000. You're not gonna get no better than that. All these chicks that Kanye has messed with subsequently to Kim Kardashian, none of them have a successful business. None of them have their own identity. They're all easily manipulated and unknown. None of them have the capability to bring him out of bankruptcy like Kim Kardashian did. It was Kanye's choice. You know what I'm saying? Kanye's type is smuts. You like smuts. Okay, got the best one. Kim Kardashian, the best smut. He ain't gonna get no better. If he's still looking for smuts, he's not gonna get. The only thing that he might get is a smut that look like Kim Kardashian. He's not going to actually get a Kim Kardashian because it's only one Kim Kardashian, and he had her, but he wearing White Lives Matter shirts now. You know what I'm saying? And doing the Running Man. You know what I'm saying? With a Oscar Mayer hanging out of his mouth like a damn anaconda. You know what I'm saying? Halfway through swallowing a rat. While Candace Owens back there, you know what I'm saying, in a 1960s swimsuit edition, doing the Running Man, about to trip and fall into the pool. That's the Kanye West life right there. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind he should have stuck with Kim. I said it back then. I'm gonna say it again. He should have stuck with Kim. You know what I'm saying? What Candace Owens been saying about Kanye? You know what I'm saying? In Hot Dog Gate. She said anything about it lately? Listen, man, I just don't like Kanye. I'm not gonna lie. I'm biased. I never have. Now, you know, sometimes from time to time he'll make some statements that, you know, of course, if you got a you know what I'm saying, if you got 1,000,000 darts, you're gonna hit the bullseye at least one time, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Nah. Man, there was so many people they were struggling like they was about to drown in the water. You know what I'm saying? Kanye is a genius. Like, man, if you don't no, Kanye is not a genius. Nikola Tesla is a genius. Dr. Claude Anderson is a genius. You know what I'm saying? Kanye West is troubled, putting it nicely. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he had all Frank, no beans. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to admit to everybody that you was in a Kabasi swallowing contest. Like, that's not, if that's what you do in your spare time, bro, everything that you do in your spare time don't need to be public forum. You know what I'm saying? Don't need to be public forum. No one on YouTube did any videos about that. Everybody just let that one slide. Remember when Kanye was going back and forth with them folks? And it was lit. You remember that? Kanye was going back and forth with them folks, and it was lit. People built entire YouTube platforms off of that. I don't know how they doing now. You know what I'm saying? But people built entire platforms off of that, off of the beef that Kanye had with them folks. Come to find out, rumor has it he's doing some of the same things that rumor has it some of them do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and maybe that was what the issue was with Kanye. Maybe that's why he had an issue. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what the issue was. You know what I'm saying? Like, he woke up one day and realized, like, I'm just like these people I be talking wild about. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Alpha Male Pimp Network. Alpha Male Pimp Network said, the only thing I give Kanye credit for was making classic beats for Jay-Z and Rockefeller. Listen, man, I told y'all Kanye West is like the corniest person to ever walk the planet. It's a disgrace that at no award ceremony that he's ever been to. You know how he was mad when Taylor Swift won that award over Beyonce? I was mad that he hasn't been awarded being the corniest person in the world. I was just as mad as he was. Like, Like Kanye West is the dark energy from Family Matters, like the villain. I said this in the Discord. He's the villain from the Cosby Show, or like the villain from the Fresh Prince. You know what I'm saying? He got one of them horizontal striped Freddy Krueger shirts on. A lineup over a overgrown fade, like, man, like, bro, like I'm wearing my backpack. You know what I'm saying? I'm wearing my backpack and I rap like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, I like Kanye's just all kinds of corny, man. Bush doesn't like black people. You know what I'm saying? Like Kanye don't like black people neither, man. Just you know what I'm saying? Like Kanye don't like black people neither. If you actually learn the truth about World War II, you'll know where I got the symbols for my clothing from. You know what I'm saying? And Candace Owens just sitting there flicking her bean, you know what I'm saying? Because she just lost her job from the Daily Wire. Like, these are clowns. Hey, I want to know the blueprint to how Kanye got so messed up in the head. That's the blueprint that I want to know. I want to be able to do that to somebody. I want to get somebody in the Kanye place. You know what I'm saying? You go. I'm finna scramble your brain up so bad. You finna be in the Kanye place. The Kanye place is deeper than the sunken place, man. That's somewhere else. The entire black population is the reason why jerks like Robb exist. You know what I'm saying? That's that projection. You know what I'm saying? That's that projection. Kanye West would be the first person to say somebody didn't grow up somebody didn't grow up with a father. You know what I'm saying? You serious, nigga? I'm the third. You the one talking about your lesbian ass mom. You talking about somebody didn't grow up with a father. And clearly, two before me can be tracked, motherfucker. But this is the shit that they do. You know what I'm saying? This is this is the shit that they do. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, he just hit him with the fentanyl. He need to make a song called "Hit Him with the Fentanyl." You know what I'm saying? He probably will have a song on the next album called George Floyd or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker said, it may be that family, though. Kanye lost his mind. Bruce lost his balls. And what happened to Lamar Odom? Lamar Odom, it's funny that you ask about him. He actually went to the crypto dinner. You know what I'm saying? I'm dead serious. Yeah, we've located that nigga. He all right, you know what I'm saying? See, there you go right there. Found him. You know what I'm saying? Former professional basketball player Lamar Odom arrived with other guests for Donald Trump's crypto ball. This nigga went from playing basketball to crypto ball. He finna make sure, hey, he on Arthur Hayes time. He finna make sure the Kardashians don't come after him no more. You know what I'm saying? He finna change his he finna change his whole profile. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Pippen must have gave him some game. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Alpha Male Pimp Network. Alpha Male Pimp Network said Black Light Revelations. I'm surprised Kanye is not friends with Charleston White and Hassan Campbell. Bro, who they could possibly be. Shit, we're gonna start calling Kanye Spread Yay. Thigh Yay. Thigh Yay West. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, just to get by. Kanye made that beat. I thought High Tech made that beat. Didn't High Tech make that beat? Hey, shout out to my man Izzy. Izzy actually had real life actual beef with Talib Kweli. I'll never forget that. That shit was wild. Yeah, but he all right though. He went to the crypto ball. So Lamar Odom, he's straight. Oh man, right. You either sling a crack rock or you got 100 Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? He went from Freebase to Coinbase. My man went from Freebase to Coinbase. That's crazy work right there. For real. Because Freebase actually is crazy work. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I just can't mess with Kanye, man. I just can't mess with him, man. I can't mess with Kanye. And it's a shame too, man. He a brother from the Midwest, man, but I can't mess with Kanye, man. You know what I'm saying? That he and it don't have, you know, just the fact that he kind of just does the weird antics that he does is more so of an icing on the cake type thing. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't like him even with Through the Wire. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he went from crazy work to proof of work. Facts. Putting in work to proof of work. Oh man. Oh, Ye remixed it. Okay. All right. Yeah, I was about to say, I thought High Tech had made that. Talib Kweli's his little album, it was all right. Like the Mad Rapper said, it was all right. It was all right. I was, you know what I'm saying? It could have been a little bit more John Blaze than that, but it was all right. You know what I'm saying? I got more John Blaze shit than that, though. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, the Mad Rapper, man, what happened to the Mad Rapper, man? He should have got signed. That boy actually has some skill. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man DSB. I appreciate you, bro. My man DSB trying to make me great. I appreciate you. Make sure y'all show DSB some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emojis, some ducks in the chat for DSB for funding the organization. We about to get DSB all the drops.
I'm the king of the world. You will bow down, bitches.
Sipping water, ain't playing the big key, but he lied about everything, don't mean a thing. Said he slept 1,000 women straight up lying, but when it comes to honesty, he's always trying. He posted I'm not spending the time on the ladies, but we all know he's just fronting like crazy. Said he's a music producer, but it's all fake. Just a mask he wears, and it's all a mistake. Simping water is where the lies, claiming things that he just never tries. But we see through his facade, it's plain to see. Simping water, you can't fool me. Simping water, you can't fool me. Simping water, you can't fool me.
If Swing the remix God! I'll tear this bitch up! I'll tie this bitch up! I will tie this bitch up! I will tie this bitch up! I'll tear this bitch up!
Hey, I never noticed they brought when she popped up out the chair, they brought out the big back white girl. Her shoulders wide as hell. Look.
I'll tie this bitch up! Swing the remix God! I'll tear this bitch up! I'll tie this bitch up! I will tie this bitch up! I will tie this bitch up! I'll tear this bitch up!
I'm an old Mac from way back. One of the original players from the Himalaya.
Let me see. Hold on real quick. Here we go.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the march of dimes.
Cough it up like a hairball. I gotta tell them if they even put the fingernail on Santa's little helper to turn them to hamburger helper. Somebody better help them, cause I'm going to jail for showing them fellas helter skelter. Usually I'm content, but if you touch my dog, then I'm turning into John Wick. I'm lit. Bird better drop it. If you touch my pet, then I'm pulling up like CrossFit. Where they said Hello Kitty, but it ain't there. It's right here in your city. When I turn my back, now the cat goes missing and where my peoples is at. Does anybody know where he took with that? Cause I heard they putting claws on felines, I'm mad. And my cat disappeared just like Felix the cat. And then got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat. Got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat.
The hardest record out.
I get it. Silence. Silence. I ain't got no money, pop.
Ancient spirits of evil, transform this decade.
Hey, y'all got me dead. Shout out to Jesse. Jesse said, Rob, you being shadow banned too. Look what Carlton said about your notification. That's because Carlton was busy. Carlton was busy looking at his crypto wallet. He was turning it upside down in all different kind of ways to try to make XRP look something more. That's almost, man. We gotta watch that. We gotta watch old boy get. we gotta watch that shit again, man. We gotta watch that shit again. That shit was classic. Oh man, that's classic right there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out to AV. Yeah, I played it, man. We about to look at it again. Because this is just dumb. This make me look. We gotta start doing Crimecast again. Hold on, look at this shit.
Are you ready? You ready? Hey!
Hey, look, hey. Hey, he actually said the shit that had me dying was that he actually said nigga. You know what I'm saying? He actually said nigga. He said, "Are you ready, nigga?" Like what? Man, I would have been on the floor. I would have been on the floor rolling around, holding my stomach before he got knocked out. If I was here watching this shit.
You see this shit, nigga? Are you ready? You ready, nigga? Huh? Who's ready, nigga? Who ready, nigga? You ready, nigga? You ready, nigga? You think I give a fuck, nigga? You ready? Are you ready? Nigga, the fuck back, nigga. What, nigga? Huh? What?
Hey, look, what's wrong with it? What's wrong with his hand? Y'all see his hand? Look at his hand. Look, why do his hand look like AI drew it, man? You know how when an AI draws like some art, it'll like mess up the fingers. He got it like he got AI fingers. What's going on with his hand?
Nigga! Huh? What? Where you at, nigga?
Oh my God, man, that shit will never not be funny. Are you ready for what? Like, you followed this man around screaming, "Are you ready?" You know what I'm saying? Like, are you ready? Are you ready, nigga? You ready to pick me up off of the floor? Like, what the?
What, nigga? Huh? What? Where you at, nigga?
Hey, this dude right here about to give him a tip. You know how they start clapping? Hey, watch him get up confused and get in line, though.
Where you at, nigga?
Hey, look at his face. Look at his face. Look at his face after the first punch.
Where you at, nigga?
Hold on. Hold on.
Where you at, nigga?
Oh my God. Going from DMX to Brian Gumble. Facts, bro. Look, watch this. Man, that dude got up and got back in line. Hey, man, he hit him perfect. Man, that like he actually got reset. Like he got reset.
Where you at, nigga?
Then he turned around and got in line. Like, man, that's crazy. Yeah, he got back in like bro just stumbled and then just got back in line. Like, that's wild.
Hey! I don't give a fuck, nigga. You see?
What is this even about? Like, what even caused this fight? I don't give a fuck, nigga. Like, what?
Hey! I don't give a fuck, nigga. You see this shit, nigga? Are you ready? You ready, nigga? Huh? Who's ready, nigga? Who ready, nigga? You ready, nigga? You ready, nigga? You think I give a fuck, nigga? You ready? Are you ready? Nigga, the fuck back, nigga. What, nigga? Huh? What? Where you at, nigga?
Oh my God, man. Man, that shit is hilarious. Man, that shit is hilarious, man. That shit is hilarious. Oh my God, that shit is hilarious, man. Is there, are you ready, nigga? Are you ready, nigga? Hey, listen, look. Hey, look, I can admit when I'm wrong, right? Listen, I can admit. I can admit when I'm wrong. You know, shout out to Carlson. You know how we be trolling about the Twitter spaces? Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be the Tether Wars and all kind of shit going on. I didn't know. Listen, listen, I'm from the Midwest, bro. Look, I was wrong. I did not know that it was random people running up on. Look, I did not know that in the real world, you could be at the DMV, and if you FBA, somebody will run up on you like, "Are you ready, nigga?" Like, I had no idea that this. Hey, shout out to the Twitter Spaces. I had no idea that this shit was actually going on in the real world. I had no idea. You know what I'm saying? That as a Black American, I'm under the threat of, if I'm just going to get my license renewed, you know what I'm saying? Somebody could just run up on me and be like, "Are you ready, nigga?" Like, no idea. You know what I'm saying? No idea. This was an educational experience for me. You know what I'm saying? You learn something new every day. Like I said, I can admit when I'm wrong. I was wrong. I didn't know this was going on out here. Clearly it is. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man DSB. I appreciate you, bro. Make sure y'all show DSB some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for my man DSB for funding the organization and buying y'all lunch.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
So don't push me, ain't Donald Trump trying to grab him by the... Said it was some Haitians somewhere out in Springfield. Women doing cartwheels. Have you seen Garfield? Have you seen Snowball? This about to snowball. I'm about to go off. I can't let this go on. Miss me like an airball. Tell me when my cat is coughing up like a hairball. I gotta tell them if they even put the fingernail on Santa's little helper to turn them to hamburger helper. Somebody better help them, cause I'm going to jail for showing them fellas helter skelter. Usually I'm content, but if you touch my dog, then I'm turning into John Wick. I'm lit. Bird better drop it. If you touch my pet, then I'm pulling up like CrossFit. Gone overseas where they said Hello Kitty, but it ain't there, it's right here in your city. When I turn my back, now the cat goes missing and where my peoples is at. Does anybody know where he took with now? Cause I heard they putting claws on felines, I'm mad. And my cat disappeared just like Felix the cat. And the cat got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat. Got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat that.
Drop that cat.
Man, I'm still laughing. I swear that I wish that there was a news report about that, because I want to hear the news talk about that. I know listening to the news talk about that would be hilarious. That shit would be hilarious. Shout out to my man DSB. I appreciate you, bro. Make sure y'all show DSB some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for DSB for funding the organization and buying lunch again.
Again! How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not
here in your city. When I turn my back, now the cat goes missing and where my peoples is at? Does anybody know where he flipping at? Cause I heard they putting claws on felines, I'm mad. And my cat disappeared just like Felix the cat. And then he the cat got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat. The cat got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat.
Drop that cat.
Alpha Male Pimp Network, some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Alpha Male Pimp Network. Are you ready, nigga? Are you ready for your drop, nigga? Alpha Male Pimp Network says, got to be your top 3 punch in the face knock vids ever. Bro, that shit is hilarious. I be watching. Look, if y'all want me to, I be watching them type of videos like all the time. If y'all want me to, like, I can start, like, you know what I'm saying? I'll start incorporating them into the, you know what I'm saying, into the live streams or into the videos or whatever. But man, I literally sit there and watch that type of shit all day.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker said Nigo was ready. Nigaski wasn't. Right. He wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? Chasing him down, and his hands was looking like his hands was looking like frog fins. Like, what the hell? You know? Oh my God. Shout out to Black Free Thinker, bro. I appreciate it, man. Make sure y'all show my man Black Free Thinker some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Black Free Thinker for funding the organization.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March.
This shit look like it's on the set of a Tubi movie. Right. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Right. This shit looks like it's on the set of a Tubi movie. Like it looks like phony, but it's not. The girl slipped when he threw her down. How she slipped it. Hold on. Witnesses save man from brutal attack. What happened here?
Sisters visiting the Bay Area are stunned that they witnessed a violent attempted robbery at 7 a.m. An Asian man walking down the street ended up fighting off his attacker.
It's not clear if the attack is racially motivated, but it has those who witnessed it shaken. We want to warn you, some of the video may be disturbing. Here's NBC Bay Area's Marianne Favreau.
From a second-story window, Tiffany Chuck shot this video showing the middle of what police say is an attempted robbery. You can see one man standing over and punching the victim, who fights back in the middle of the sidewalk. The attack happened shortly after 7 this morning on Jefferson Street near 10th in Oakland. Tiffany says the suspect drove the wrong direction on a one-way street, backed into a parking spot, jumped out, and attacked the Asian man.
Jumped on him from behind and then basically started punching him, knocked him to the ground. Once he had him on the ground, he was punching him in the head in the midsection.
Tiffany says she and her family wanted to help, so she pulled out her phone and shot this video.
So that's how you helped? Why'd you go out there and help him?
Efforts appear to pay off, as does the victims. The suspect runs to his car and takes off. Tiffany is from Hawaii and is visiting her brother, who just bought a condo in Oakland. She says she's in disbelief to have witnessed firsthand something she's only seen on the news.
This person could be, you know, my grandpa, my uncle, my dad. And it's scary and it's sad. And, you know, violence should not be tolerated, and this needs to stop.
Angela, who's from Orlando, says watching the attack makes her question her own safety.
Now, as an Asian female and a young Asian female.
Oh man, this is a lot. This is a lot.
who spoke only Cantonese, file a police report. They say it appeared the suspect also tried to rob the victim, who was not seriously hurt. We've reached out to Oakland police for more information, but have not heard back. Tiffany and Angela gave police this video and say they hope it will help.
We want to make sure that this person is brought to justice.
Marianne Favreau, NBC Bay Area News.
That's a lot. That is a lot, man. That is a lot. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I might go back live today later on because we got like on a crazy tangent. But look, I'm gonna try to start posting up some standalone videos. I'm gonna try to start posting up some standalone videos again. We'll see. Y'all know how it go. If people watch them, I'll keep putting them up. If don't nobody watch them, them bad boys gonna be done quickly. All right. So shout out to the stream sponsors, man. I appreciate y'all, man. We had 12. If y'all haven't hit the like button yet, do me a favor. Take a moment, hit that like button. Shout out to my man Lloyd Sky 9. I appreciate you, bro. Make sure y'all show my man Lloyd Sky 9 some love. Shout out to Lloyd Sky 9 again. Definitely appreciate you, bro. Again. Shout out to Alonda. I appreciate you, Alonda. Make sure y'all show Alonda some love. Shout out to my man Alpha Male Pimp Network. Definitely appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Black Free Thinker, lighting the board up. Make sure y'all show my man Black Free Thinker some love. Definitely appreciate you, bro. Again! Shout out to Black Free Thinker again.
So dumb. You are really dumb. For real. Oh, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Man, I swear that was an accident. I meant to hit this one. Again! That's wild. Man, I swear that was an accident, bro. My bad. Shout out to DSB. I appreciate you, bro. Make sure y'all show DSB some big love. You know what I'm saying? Definitely appreciate you. Again! Carlton would be the first LOL on the screen. Like, that's crazy, man. Shout out to DSB again. Again! Black Free Thinker said, nigga, are you ready? I'm about to unsubscribe. I'm about to click this bell, nigga. 3 times, nigga. Unsubscribe. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Man, that shit was hilarious. God damn, that shit was funny as hell. Shout out to my man Alpha Male Pimp Network. I appreciate you, bro. Again! Shout out to Black Free Thinker again. Again! Oh, man. Definitely appreciate it, man. And as always, ladies and gentlemen,
run. Yeah, hey, okay, I'm fresh up out the package. Time I did, I pay my dues. Affiliated to this paper, I need freedom for my family line. Draw my life design up like fine art. I'm jumping off just an unfamiliar coordinates. Hopped off the porch like I could touch the sky. Red, it's not one trillip. The ism talk the water out your faucet. Look at me flossing, I'm so wavy, I could change the tide. My intuition sense the hatred in your ways. You imitated, forging lines, claim meaning means that's just to justify. Yeah, right. West side, born maritime. Creole baby, my bloodline. My lungs clouded, my thoughts crowded. Say all I see is these dollar signs. Finna make a play and that's sound delay. On mamas, I testify. Run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Game recognized game. team. I'm from the Bay, okay, I'm versatile and my slang was different. I ain't switching with the same people that I came up in this thing with. My head swivel, I'm homebound. Got a target back on my backside. The cat peeling with the cast iron. Better run for it. Run before I catch you. Niggas out ball it, block it. Trying to stop my blessing. Gamble with your life. Don't bet it, don't bet it. They can't stop my blessing. You do best not to test it. Yeah, you right. Real all in my blood supply. Dig it ball up top, finna make a play. I cast a lob like I'm Jalen, baby. No co-signer, no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission is a dollar sign. If I say it twice and I meant it right.
My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission is a dollar sign. You know, co-signer, no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission is a dollar sign.
Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds.